have you learned? I was programmed to beat you. Mistakes. I was programmed to beat you.
Till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. too long, too long. Do you wanna save a life? Cause I just really need someone. I've been barely holding on, and I'm still running from my demons. I'm still hiding all my secrets, and I just need someone I believe in. Will you wait for me while I'm still healing? You know what to say every time I start to slip away, and I surrender, I surrender. There's no more falling down, I've hit the ground, so I surrender. And I surrender.
Okay, everybody, welcome to SLE Sunday. We're back with a classic. We're going to be casting SlimOdds versus Vitagen, and later on another Cheetali versus BFS game. But first, SlimOdds Vitagen, and I have with me one of the titans of the top lane, Jordi. How are you doing today?
Hello, hello. I'm doing well. I already played my match in for the SLE in this week.
Did you
Got
win?
the. I mean, I played against Lost Moretta, so of course I won.
Okay, we
I
got
mean,
some banter already.
he went like 0-10 in the second game, so I
Oh,
think there is a lot of potential for not only banter, but like the guy got crushed.
okay. Lost Majority, if you chat, I pray for you, my brother. You're gonna do better next series. I have hopes for you. It's all gonna be good, bro. That's the Blaze team, I think, right?
It
And
was a
they're gonna bounce
blade,
back.
yeah.
They're gonna
I,
bounce back.
yeah, I think they're like decent. They're gonna scale. I think they're gonna scale.
They will. I mean, you are, to be fair, playing on Assassin's Creed, so you're pretty like well established team. I would say you played together for like a year. You are obviously like a good team, so
I mean, of
I think
course.
it's gonna be hard beating you like first time around if you have a new team.
To be honest, like I think the first couple of weeks we may have an advantage, right? As we're already an established team. But there are a couple of teams who I think will scale. Even like the Eternal Blizzard team, you are kind of critical about that team, or like about a
Ah,
certain scrim
ah,
that never happened, right?
ah.
But I believe. I think this team is gonna scale as well.
I mean, I see Randy in chat. He's already like slacking on his solo queue practice. I see he's not even practicing. I see him in chat here trying to watch his Lee, not practicing his solo queue. Ay, Randy, need more solo queue. No, jokes aside, I don't think there are a lot of teams that will scale. Like, not all teams stick together, right? Like, not even the BFS. They've also changed out the ADC. Like, every time you change players, I feel like there's like this period where you're like trying to figure out like how does this guy want to play? You know, like what do you like to do? Like what's usually like how you play fights? Like there's a lot of small details in League that you can just build like natural synergy with. So there is
Yeah.
definitely a scaling portion. But today we're going to be looking at SlimOdds Village. We have obviously the GOAT, Bannerex in top lane. We have Alefeld coming in the jungle for SlimOdds. Will be cool to see. We have Captainen for Vitagen. Will also be very exciting. Coming back after I think a 2-year hiatus or something. What do you think? What do you think about these teams? Do you have
Okay,
anything?
so there are a couple of things. First of all, I think like the SlimOdds team was like kind of a little bit better middle of the pack team last bit, I guess. I think they upgraded. I think Adefeld is like from what I've heard, he's like a pretty good jungler. I mean, he was playing the support role for Primordials. Did not look that good, but he always had like some spicy picks, so there's that. But regarding the Vitagen team, I
Vitagen team.
like this whole team looks like from the outside.
I
I'm
think
just gonna
this
call
will
this
be
whole
super good.
team a kind of question mark,
A
right?
question mark.
I wanted to say mess.
A mess. Oh, I thought you
Because
were gonna hype them up. I thought you were gonna glaze them.
so this team is like one of the example I would say like they have they have the potential to scale, right? Because
They
right
have good
now,
players. They have good
because
players, but you don't know
yes.
what they're gonna do.
So okay, so first of all, like fuck Okay, I'm not gonna like. What's
Okay,
happened
we're
to
going with the
Captain?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's fell far away. Like I think Captain used to be Master or something, and now it's Emerald. But we're going into draft.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
already we're on a draft already.
We're instantly
Oh
seeing
no.
3 bands. Oh my god, they steal the Seraphine from Yomi! Yo! Now we have a draft! That's
Okay.
crazy. That is the
So-
best thing I've seen all day.
So first of all, like there was this poll about how often Jomi will get to be able to play Seraphine.
1 game, right?
Yeah, like, there was the option of like 0 games or 1 game,
Oh
and
my God.
I thought he might get 1 game of Seraphine, completely smurf that game, and never get it again. But this time, SlimOdds take it away before Jomi even gets the chance to perform this champ.
But he's
as
grabbing
we
the Senna instead. Also a good classic.
Stand on the other side.
So
His
background
nerf
for the
still should be
viewers,
good.
like Vitagen's ADC is a known Seraphine player. So they're stealing away the Seraphine pick on B1. I actually don't know SlimOdds ADC if he plays Seraphine a lot, so I don't know if it's gonna go AD or support, or even mid. I have no idea. I've never seen them play Seraphine ever, I think.
I would assume it's not gonna be
No.
AD carry Seraphine, by the way.
No.
Oh, it's happening! No,
No.
it's happening!
We had a talk before we went
we
live.
talked about this pick. Okay.
And before we went live, we was talking about like, man, what do you think of Narcissus? And both of us don't like Narcissus. Boring champ, don't want to play against it, don't want to play as it. But here it is, Narcissus coming in. It's in a very good spot right now, so obviously strong pick. And then we have Ashe Sinsa, so most likely Seraphine support. What do you think about that, Jordi? Think
I
Ashe
mean-
is good here?
Ashe is always good, I think. Like Ashe is just like one of the staple picks right at the moment. Like, it's always like fine, I think. I mean, you can get hard counter if the enemy plays like some random Jarvan Nocturne kind of stuff, but this isn't meta anyway, so should be fine. And you can always like find stuff to R. Yeah, like you always have utility. As we see the Ivern on the other side. Okay, so the thing is,
I
I want to bring this topic back to the Nasus. I have to. What do you think? Is it going to be a mid lane Nasus or a top lane Nasus?
a small part of me is hoping it's gonna be bot lane.
A bot lane? Like support Nasus or what? Like support?
Like
Nasus,
Senna support
Ooh.
item and farming Nasus.
So they're cooking, you think?
They might. I mean, okay, they have. Okay, let's just face it. They have Ant. They have like 4 top laners or whatever they have. I think they're down to cook, and Ant makes sense because he is the support, I think, and he has obviously played a lot of top lane, so he should know how to play Nasus.
Ooh.
Makes sense to me. Kind of. I don't know if Nasus ADC is good with Senna, but it would have been cool to see like a little bit of a curveball, you know?
Okay, so I have a little bit of insight. Okay,
Mhm.
and played Nasus like a couple of
Oh.
games ago, and he went 0-9-0.
So you're saying it's over? It's GG. SlimOdds win first game.
So there was another one playing Nasus. I think Captain also played Nasus. He also lost the game, but he at least went like 5-6. So
At least it's
like, but if it's like Ant playing Nasus, is like he has to like it has to be like one of these cases where he's like, no trust. I'm gonna like I'm inting the solo queue games, but I trust I'm gonna smurf the officials, right? Because he will have to be. He will have to persuade his team, right? If you look at his
Yeah.
profile.
I mean, enemy team is also convinced it's Nasus top. They're banning the Rumble. You see Darius ban, Olaf ban, targeted that Banrex bans here. Like, Banrex has historically been the carry of SlimOdds. And Olaf and Darius has been 2 of his like most performing, like best performing champions, I would say. Interesting though, banning Darius. Usually not a good blind, but I guess it's Banrex after all. So let's see what the mid lane is. Okay, we're gonna see Sigs. So this might be... Dude, I have no idea where anything's going, except that Ivern is jungling. Like, they could put Nasus mid or bot. I mean, Sen is obviously bot lane, but Sigs could also go mid or bot. Nas could go bot, mid, or top.
So
It's gonna be
To be
a
honest-
kind of crazy flex here.
I think it's still gonna be like top lane last pick. I would like just assume it's Ziggs, Senna bot lane with the Nasus in mid.
That would be very good, because
I
I think
right now it
Aatrox...
makes the most sense.
Yeah, I mean, Aatrox is gonna be... Typically, I think it's pretty decent in the Nasus. It's like one of the better ones.
Yeah.
So I think they're picking it based on the assumption that both it's a good pick for Banrex, but it's also good against Nasus in case they want to put a top. So they're kind of denying it. So we have to see if they've cooked a good counter pick for Aatrox. And we're gonna see what the mid laner is picking here. I feel like they kind of need a little bit more, not really damage, but I wouldn't mind damage. Something they use Enchant as well, probably. They're like almost no frontline, I feel like.
To be honest, like the SlimOdds draft right now looks as if it if it were an Assassin's Creed draft, to be honest.
looks
Like,
pretty nice.
we were like, especially early last split, we basically always picked the Azir, Xin, and Dash, and Aatrox, obviously. I think the Seraphine is a bit weird. But we're just gonna find out which, like, what lanes the
They're
Nasus
finally
will go,
showing
the
it.
Nasus will go, yeah.
We're finally
Last
gonna
week,
know.
Red side.
What are they cooking? What are they cooking? Okay, it's Gragas for Balthazar. So it's gonna be Nasus mid, 6 bot for, I guess, Yomi, and then a Senna for Ant. This comp has no way of engaging in a 4v4, by the way. They have no...
Like,
They have the most scuffed way of engaging ever. Their
I
engage is Gragas.
the problem is, like, Nasus is your only, like, the Senna will probably go the support build, right? Or do you think she'll go AD?
No, I think it's gonna be
She
support
has to.
Senna.
But,
I think
but
it's support
they have
Senna.
no AD. They have Nasus.
But I mean, he deals any damage.
He does, but like,
But okay, if you go support Senna, you can still go damage, right?
if you're Aatrox,
They're not
in
playing
this game-
support 6, let's put it this way. They're not gonna do
No, that'll
support
not
6.
gonna happen. That'll not gonna happen. But like, if you're Aatrox, there's nothing that will stop you from just like going more second, right?
No. But I mean, okay, I would say you just go Black Cleaver, Sundered, and then you see.
I guess, yeah, sure.
I really prefer the Black Cleaver Sundered path, but you could do... I mean, he could just go super deep, right, and go like Lethality. Still works. So that could be interesting. I feel like if you play Gragas, if they go like high damage builds on Aatrox, the matchup gets much harder.
I mean, sure, but still, like the SlimOdds comp kind of needs a little bit of a front line
Yeah,
paired with the
I agree.
Zhao, because like they're playing a Seraphine, they want front line. I
I
would
hope he's gonna do the
be
Bruiser builds.
kinda disappointed if Bannerix decides to go Lethality, even if I personally really enjoy Lethality Aatrox.
I think it does Bruiser build for sure. But that's Seraphine support then since our jungle, so he has an enchanter. Like there, I mean, SlimOdds. I don't know for draft. Like what drafts you prefer? I really like the SlimOdds draft. Like I don't think there's like 5v5. They look like a monster. I feel like it looks really hard actually.
I mean, I just want stuff to be happening to this Nasus. I don't care. I want him to either go like 0-10 or 10-0, no in between. Like I want Nasus to either be the like looking like the most broken pick ever, or be completely useless in this game.
He gets mid, so I'm assuming he's gonna be clearing waves.
I mean, sure.
I'm sorry to say. I think this game will have a lot of like not that much action.
No, I don't like.
They're like double
Where's the
kind of
action coming
enchanter,
from?
bolt. Yeah, I don't know. I would queue. The Sinsa can make things happen top lane, but it's still like.
yes.
eh.
I mean, it's against the Gragas. He's weak sided anyway. So
Yeah, both teams kind of want to hit 2 items. I feel like so.
true.
Like hitting 2 items on like Ashe, Aatrox, Asir, you're feeling good, but at the same time, like hitting 2 items on Sig, Nasus, Senna,
Ivern.
Ivern. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is gonna happen a lot. But okay, just looking at the drafts, personally, we're gonna go through like which draft we prefer. It's tough because they have some like. I will say I think SlimOdds draft is a little bit better. I just like their picks a bit more, the way they interact with each other, and also the fact that they have like a little bit better proactive tools to actually get stuff done in the 4v4. So I think SlimOdds draft is a little bit better than Vitagen's. I feel like Vitagen's really lack like any way of making something happen. So if they
the
fall
thing
behind,
is-
they're just gonna suffer.
The thing is, like, I would agree. I like the SlimOdds draft more. Like for one, I think Vitagen lacks 80 damage, especially if the Senna goes like the Enchanter build, which still should be better than like going 80 Senna right now. I think they don't really have a way of preventing SlimOdds from going around as 5 people and taking stuff
Yes.
at some
exactly.
point.
Well, that wave clear, I guess, but
Yeah, sure. The one problem I see is that for some reason, Ivan in some games just looks like the most shit-broken champion ever.
Yep.
And there might be an angle of, I don't know, Ziggs and Nasus getting really strong, and they just like rolling over the mid lane, and Ivan shielding everybody, and like they just, I don't know, siege every tower of the Ziggs, and like still, I think SlimOdds should be on top.
I feel like it really comes down right to if a team gets, because both drafts have like, the other draft has Seraphine, which makes them live forever, and the other draft has Ivern, which makes people live forever, with the Senna, which also makes people live forever. So I think a team that lags behind, like falls behind on damage, will have problems. But I feel like both teams have access to like decent damage sources. Like Vitagen a bit less for sure, due to the magic damage leans that they have in it. But still, they have access to like 1, 2, 3, 4 picks they can do damage, depending on if Senna goes like a bit of AD or support.
So if
And I
you're
mean, the
Dutch,
SlimOdds has 4
if you
damage sources.
like, imagine you're Dutch. What lane do you play for in this game?
Hmm.
I mean, like,
I guess
because
I guess.
like
I
Gragas
don't know.
has setup, I guess, but still, you kind of have like, I mean, I think Ashe Seraphine should be kinda having prio. I mean, of course, Ziggs will not like, yeah, he has wave clear, right? So they shouldn't like lose bot, but Ashe and Seraphine
Yeah.
still should be stronger in lane. They should be able to secure prio.
I mean, 6 are insanely safe. Like, I'll probably just path top. I think I get crab off of that because Aatrox is very weak, like level 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Aatrox is like disgustingly weak in the early levels.
So is Gyaga's, to be fair, but he's stronger than
True.
Aatrox. And I just get the
Is
crab,
he?
and then I pray to God we are not behind or something.
Is Gragas stronger than Aatrox in the early? Like, I think just if you go
Level
Conqueror on
1.
Aatrox, you might just be able to win purely based off of Conqueror in these kind of 2v2 fights on the top side around
I mean,
crap.
you can, but it's. I feel like at level 1, the Gragas, like the Aatrox will use his Q, and eventually he will lose.
Of course, yeah, level 1 Aatrox sucks, but still I think Conqueror might be just like, with Conqueror you might be able to be stronger for the crap fight.
I mean, it will be like I think if you take like you use every rotation in your kit. Yeah, Aatrox is stronger, like in that one rotation. It's just that Aatrox has this like, oh, I used my Q and now I have like a 15-second CD on my Q and I'm completely useless.
True, that is
So,
true.
and it's also gonna be Sinsa versus Ivern. I mean, okay, there might be a bit of like the jungle matchup as well, because Ivern I don't see as particularly strong. I don't really know how Ivern works. I feel like he's sometimes, like you say, he's sometimes really strong and sometimes completely useless. I don't know what the difference is, but I don't know. I feel like if you go top, you should get the crown. You also probably have mid prime, to be fair. I don't think SC can hold mid prime against Nasus. He is
Yeah,
FSC
also
every
like
year.
Nas normally goes something around. What do you think is like the mastery Nas will take in this game?
I think Airy should be decent. I don't think he needs
It's like,
that much. Depends on how much sustain you need. I don't play against a lot of Asirs in top lane, so it depends on how like rough the poke is. If you think the poke's gonna be rough, you just go fleet. I think.
yeah,
And then you go like mana flow band secondary with Scorch, I assume.
and Fleet is still like okay
Fleet's
on
still good.
melees, right? So
It's
or
not
like,
nerfed yet. Not nerfed yet.
wait, wasn't it nerfed last patch?
No, they're gonna nerf it again on 14.18, which I think is
Oh,
this Wednesday.
wait, is it the
The-
like only range nerf or in general?
I mean, they nerf it both in general and but mostly for ranged.
Okay.
So melees will still be fine even after that nerf, I think. But
Yeah,
it's gonna be toned down for sure. Like I think they're still toning down the fleet sustain. Because I mean, there's a lot of champions that shouldn't be having fleet. Like I think like Jax and Nas. Like I don't
yeah.
see
Like
these as fleet champs personally.
at
Maybe
some
that's just me.
point, I looked up U.GG and like the most common mastery for Jace was Fleet, and that was the moment I realized, okay, no, that's not okay.
Yeah, Jace is not a fleet champion. That's like a face rush conqueror. I don't know. I'd rather see PTA or Dark Harvest. I don't really care.
Yeah, true. I mean,
Fleet
obviously,
is not a Jace.
Dark Harvest PTA means more action. If you go Fleet, it's just a snooze fest, right? It's a resident sleeper.
Bro, and we are in game. We're gonna see a default for both teams. Both teams are very scale heavy, so I'm not really surprised. Hard to see anything. And yeah, now we have Captain. It's a top laner mid. Why didn't we think about it? Obviously, it's gonna be playing Nasus. There's top laners. There's 4 top laners of Vitagen, by the way.
Wait a second. Oh yeah, wait, Jomi is. Or what do you mean? Like, who's the fourth?
So I think Ant's a top laner. Captain is a
Yeah.
top laner.
Yeah.
Balthazar is a
Balthazar is
top
the top
laner.
laner.
I
Who's
don't
the
know if
fourth
it's
one?
Yomi or Dutch. I think it's Yomi. He's an old top laner, an ancient one. Jordi?
So, like the oh no, I was just like wondering because like
Got shot.
I mean I'm kinda new to the SLE, right? So
I think it's old.
only
It's really old.
saw
It's really old.
Jomi on like some of these Seraphine AD carry weak side kind of things, but
He's
still.
definitely not
I
known as a top laner for sure. Like he's known as,
but
like you described him, as the weak
yeah,
sider.
but
Or
I
bot lane.
actually did play against Captain before. In an
Oh, you
official
did?
match in the third Manta Cup, we beat the Gucci team in the semifinals.
Oh,
we like I was on a different team. I was on UB Tenacity, and we beat like the captain and what was it? I think Rango, Sovonix, Savage, and Roxa was the spot. I think.
Oh, that's like
Maybe,
season
like,
2, season 3. That's old. Old.
Yeah.
So we will be going back in time. But yeah, going into the game, I think I'm not 100% on Ivern clearing, but I think it looks like he's actually pathing top lane. I think where you start is like where you go first, so it's like reversed. Is it reversed? Isn't he going bottom? I'm not sure.
So-
We'll find out where Ivern is. See if he
my
gets the grab or not.
jungler, my jungler does play a lot of Ivern. I still have no idea how this champion works, by the way. So.
I feel like I always confuse it every time I think about it.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks as if he just he marked his blue buff, went top, marks a bunch of camps, and then he marked his complete bot side. Okay.
Yes, he's going straight up top side, so he will go top side.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's actually getting prio here. So Balsa playing it safe in the early game. We will see if that matters later for the crab situation. So also we're seeing Sinsao, he's pathing downwards. So Ant and Yomi will have a window where they really have to play safe. Obviously they can recover the lane with TP, even if they die, but you don't want to be giving over kills to the Ashe, because I feel like that will be one of the bigger threats on the side for SlimOdds.
Sure. Ashe is, I don't know. Like Stoosh plays a lot of Ashe. I mean, they kind of target banned him in the big ban, right? But still, like I mean, he has like a 22% win rate in solo queue on Ashe. So,
22% with the flash.
not really sure if it's gonna be a good game, but still, I do remember he also played Ashe last SLE split, so should be fine.
Ooh, here comes a gank. Banwick has a ward though, is aware. Dutch decided to go for the crab instead. Man, Ivan clears so fast. Sinsao on Crux. He's so fast. And he's gonna confirm that Sinsao is bot lane, so no jungler top side. Banrex should be aware this is happening. He's not aware this is happening. He's just fighting.
He's a level advantage and a wave, but still I have no idea. Okay. I mean,
Flash, Balsa goes in. Okay, uses E. He has no mana, so I mean in the end this is kind of fruitless because the only thing that happened is that Balsa is soon now. I mean they did get the flash, I guess.
It was actually
hunting down Ant
okay.
here. Heal going out. Nothing more. Sinsao is here, so I know they can be aggressive.
Interestingly,
the crab.
Banarex basically I mean, he was able to see Dutch, right? Still went in, and because of that, he was able, like, the wave was frozen, right? But now the wave is frozen towards him, and Balthazar had to go base because he has no mana, so, like, he basically traded his flash for, like, favorable situation in lane, right?
Yeah, I mean, big flash now is not like the end of the world, I feel like, in this matchup. Should be pretty fine, like, for early game, still has TP. So he's gonna be in a bad wave now. We'll probably use base TP to be safe. Yeah, Sins on the side of the map. Should be completely fine here. Might lose like a few minions, but you know, that is what it is. Jungle diff, jungle OP, all that.
Always has been.
Mid lane, kind of gone like we expected.
Container
farming up, he's clearing the waves, they kind of even in farm. It's gonna be a very slow start overall. I feel like the only place where action could happen is through the bot lane. And it probably comes from some form of gank from the Sinsao.
Nasus mid looks just as stupid as Nasus top, by the way.
Let's see what he buys here. He might buy more AP to like have stronger wave clear, or he's gonna go the normal build.
You just go E-start, Doran's Ring, and you just poke out the enemy. I mean, it's just like I don't expect much to happen mid lane in the next couple of minutes.
I don't expect any action in lane almost, except for maybe this lane. Banrex is trading well. Also has no TP, and Banrex is getting some good Qs, so might be something happening. But I think overall, Banrex is kind of happy scaling right now.
Yeah, you also have a decent CS lead, right? So you should be really happy in this lane right now.
This will be interesting. Ant is walking in the river. He should spot this. I think he saw it.
I don't think
he
he
seen
did.
it.
Did he?
Maybe didn't see it, but he's
like,
moving for it, so I feel like he did see
Posturing
it.
as if he did.
He's posturing as if he saw it.
No, I don't think he saw it. Now he knows.
Now he knows. Okay, now he knows. But they're all warning here. Nah, they needed to know. Okay, they gotta be a fight with Dragon.
This is an Asus fight. This is an Asus fight.
Is 6. This is an Asus fight for sure. He is 6. Ant is going low though. Genie has ult as well.
No, they can't find this.
Decoy.
Flash goes out. Face rush block.
DK is going to go low. Genie trying to find the shuffle. Not gonna happen. And Stoosh is dying to the dragon. Yomi flashing in. Barrier coming out. Stoosh flashing over. Is going to be safe. Genie also has flash. Should be getting out of here. Fenrir going low. Dutch flashing the Q from Ivern. Captainen gonna go walk back to mid lane in the end. That Drake might be going over. It's a free leash for the side of Vitagen. Unless Fenrir has something to say about it. He's gonna go in.
Oh no.
It's a smart fight.
Oh
no. Dutch is old. It's unlucky. Fenrir will die. Oh, but he
Oh, no.
with him now! Oh my god, he put them to shame over the wall.
No, it's a disaster.
That is too funny. They got dragged. They got dragged from them, and then he said, "Nah, I am him." And then they went
Nah,
back
I'd
in.
win.
He used solo kill. He went back to take the Drake and kill the enemy jungle. Astonishing dominance. Holy.
I mean, that was a display of dominance, wasn't it?
That was a display of dominance.
But like, to be honest, this fight, like, it's a Nasus
Nasus
who
is-
just hits. Yeah, he's way too strong, way too strong. Ozzy does
Tries
nothing
to
at this point in the game, so yeah.
Stimstrom was nice to drag. It is a bit funny, but to me, he's getting tagged up by the drag. But overall, no side coming out like heavily on top. There is a bit of a gold lead right now for Vitagen, but I think the wave crashing both will equalize like a little bit. Probably be like within a 1k deficit at maximum. And also got Drake, so behind a little bit, but not too bad.
No flash.
Oh my god,
No
shuffle
flash,
from
no
Jimmy
flash.
into the tower. Captain has no flash. Slow down. Last tower shot didn't go through though. Fenrir is here though. Goes for the E into W. 1Q, one more will hit the knock up. Here comes the soldier. Boom! Kill for Fenrir. And we can see that right now in the early game, Iron does not have the same pressure a Sinsao has. I feel like Sinsao is like a god right now. He's just much stronger than anyone else on the map almost. Unless Nasus has ult.
And to be fair, like, we kind of touched upon this topic. Fenrir, aka Alefeld, coming in for SlimOdds.
Hmm.
It's looking good so far, right? I mean, he just completely YOLO'd this Drake situation and smurfed on Dutch's ass. So yeah, I think he should be really fine.
Yeah, that was. I mean, that play was crazy. That was. He was in 4 people. He's killed that. He's gonna secure grubs too. So 3 grubs going over. So yeah, so far jungle diff is here. Fenrir
Yeah.
and Olafelt definitely like a step up from the previous jungle that SlimOdds. Or I don't know if he's a step up, but he's performing well in this game.
Yeah, coming in from the infamous or like beloved also Primordials roster, right?
Oh yeah, he's from the Primordials roster.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
was
think
he
about
was the support, right? Who
Oh, the
like played.
support.
Yeah, he played like orange support and stuff, but he was really like, I don't know, team gapped on this roster, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I miss Primordials though. I really miss them.
I mean, I heard they might be coming back at some point, so I don't think the roster is like gone.
If you're out the Primordials, I love you. Come back. I miss you. I need the boys in my life. It was just so wholesome having like a team that's just been around for like so long. They've always been playing. It's just like a fan favorite to follow, you know? They've always been there, always been playing, like always the same lineup. It's just cool to see a team like that. Because a lot of rosters just swap around, I feel like. But now we're going into the mid game. I feel like teams are gonna be kind of calm for about 2 minutes until Drake comes up, but we'll see if any mistakes pop out in the laners. Bannerix is cementing a 20 CS lead in the top lane so far. But beyond that, not much action except for the Drake, I feel like.
Yeah. And I mean, look at the gold; it's like completely even.
Yeah, it's gone back
So-
completely even.
So I think, like, what do you think? Like, teams are just gonna trade the next objectives? Because, like, I mean,
No.
SlimOdds really wants to have these grubs, right? But as we already saw, Fenrir does not give up on these drakes, and like he already knows he's better. So why not get both, right?
Yeah, why not get both indeed? And yeah, like you say, I don't still trade like there's not that much split, but here we go. Banrex is coming in. There's gonna be a gank from Dutch going in. Ulti is here. Dutch dealing damage. Does he get the kill free? There's a Senna blocking the damage. Baltzar going in again, and that's a kill over to Balthasar. Nice gank from Dutch, and the punish is here for the side of Vitagen. But meanwhile, a dive on bot lane going in. There's a lot of action all of a sudden. They trade the sides. There's cross map plays. Cool to see.
Yeah, to be honest, I think Fenrir is just the GOAT, right? So like 100% of the kills of the SlimOdds roster so far. SlimOdds was called the Bannerx show, but like the Fenrir show right at this point. Really interested on how Alefeld is gonna keep on performing on this roster. I mean, it's like the first game of the first day, right? But still, people love overreactions, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say Fenrir is the GOAT. And like for now, I think like to be honest, Ashe Seraphine are in a like decent position. Ashe has finished her like static shift, so she's kind of trying to match the push from the Seraphine. As the Drake gets started, Fenrir is around. He does want to secure this objective. I mean, they know they started, but right now they're posturing as if they would just give it up. The thing is, Vitagen does not have the damage. I mean, the Nasus is moving, so yeah, they're just giving it up.
Just giving it
No,
up.
no Fenrir show this time. He's not, no crazy steals.
Imagine him flying over the map all the way from Wolves. That would have been crazy. But yeah, not even a trade, right? Grubs are also
as if he was getting poppy ulted, just flying around, smiting the Drake.
Banrex is angry, he got ganked, he goes to him, and Aatrox Qs him, he flies the dragon.
Emoting in Dutch's face, popping the mastery emote.
Well, they would have contest both objectives here. I feel like, I mean, Eclipse on Sinsao, very strong right now. No Eclipse in Aatrox yet, but they all have an item completed. Meanwhile, oh, Fenrir is gonna walk into 3 people here though, but Asir is pretty close. Nice ult to zone them off, but he has Nasus on him. Does not care. Here comes Balthazar. Big damage. No shuffle yet from Ginny. Ginny gets comboed by Balthazar. Does go down. And Decoy can't stop this. Banrex is trying to save the play, but he's a little bit too late, and there's nothing to get here. He's kind of getting kited out by Ant, Dutch, and Balthazar. Here comes the W. Bomba going in, and that's 3 kills. 4 kills, actually. Clean over to the side of Vitagen, and they just get caught in river here.
So, like, there are 2 things about this fight. First of all, I have no idea why Banrex didn't have top lane prio. Like, the Gragas arrived first. Even, like, SlimOdds made the decision to give up the Drake and base to focus on the grubbies, and still they weren't able to like gain prio for on the top side for this fight. Second of all, Nasus might not have finished the Triforce yet, but like in these kind of fights, in general, these like Shuriman gods, Nasus and Renekton, they are like so incredibly strong in these kinds of river fights in the early game.
Okay, but technically, Asir is streaming god as well.
Yeah, I mean he is, but Azir doesn't count. He's not a top laner. Like not anymore. Like Grasp Azir died, so I think he's not. He does not count as a top laner anymore.
So we can confirm that top laners is better than mid laners. Okay, good. Moving on. We're all stating some facts. Real quick. We are actually going to see Fenrir pressuring on the bot side here. He's getting zoned off a turret here, Yomi, as a like payoff for the play. And Captain also died. Did I miss that?
I also missed that. I saw when I was talking, I saw that Captain was dead. I have no idea why.
Because you were glazing him up as a Shuriman god. He got punished now by the gods for his hubris. Anyway, it does go down. Probably a mid lane gank from Fenrir, and they're going to look to steal blue here. It's going to be a bit of tension. Captain is back. He's catching a wave. He's going to be dropping the wave to go contest here. Does get the blue over to Fenrir. Can Decoy get out? Here comes the Q, but Nasus is going back to middle, and they just decided to give it up for now. And bot lane turret is pretty low. Let's see if they can knock it down, and get that static goal on them. Because plates are gone now. 40 minutes.
Also, like the Azir finished Nashos, so he should be able to start doing damage.
Into
No flash on Nasus, no flash. He blocked face rush.
Face rush. Ooh, Q3 missing from Banrex. Here's Dutch and the massive. Okay, I think Serpent's Fang might be value here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Senna R plus the whole like.
Seraph's Embrace from Gragas later on. Dutch E, Senna ult, Sterex Gauge possibly on Nasus. There's gonna be so much value from Serapet's Fang this game.
Also healing reduction. We already have double Moonstone. We have a Nasus in mid.
Yeah, they're getting to these crucial item spikes. I feel like soon, where like they will actually start really having like team fights that are gonna be very, very close. And they're 1-1 on Drake, so. Soul WinCon is kind of out the window. I feel like Baron will be more interesting for these teams as they approach the later stages of the game. Baltzar got a blue in front of Fenrir. That was interesting. Baltzar got dominated a blue from the enemy side. He just traded the blue. When did Dutch have time to do that? I don't even know.
I also don't know.
Ivan just walked up, said, "Hello, hello, blue. Aren't you looking nice?" And then he smited it.
So the thing is, I'm gonna be honest, I think on 2 items, Vitagen comp might be stronger.
Because, like, it might be stronger, yeah, with all the shields.
Because like Ashe obviously went for like the static, so it's not that much damage until after like 3rd, 4th item. And also like 2 items on Nasus, 2 items on Ivern, 2 items on Gragas and on Ziggs, like they're just really like strong. They hit power spikes, but they're also like kind of tanky. Tanky enough that the likes of Aatrox and the Nazir might not already be able to completely shred them.
The Nasus will be like, I feel like this was not one of Nasus' strongest points. Like at 2 items, you have a good number of stacks on you.
And
I don't know how many stacks it's now, but probably like 200, 300 somewhere. So your base numbers are just crazy, and you're really tanky because no one has like the damage to pop you. So I definitely think Nasus will be like one of the strongest people in these recent fights. And we have Dragon coming up right now. Fenrir and Herald, so their setup probably isn't the best, but Dutch is kind of wolves. They're kind of chilling, and Ant trying to clear vision on his own. Take some poke. Ginny is there. Ant might get caught in river here from Ginny. Comes the shuffle. Arrow comes in as well. Ant kind of getting caught out. Here comes Seraphine with bad flash. Does go down in river. Meanwhile, Fenrir is trying to chase down Dutch. Kind of getting caught here, but Nas is there to save him. Good damage though. Has to flash out. Fenrir getting chased down by Kaptenen. Meanwhile, Yomi dealing damage from the side. Ginny trying to deal as much damage as can. Trying to catch Dutch, but Kaptenen going into melee range. Ginny has to flash out. Here comes Daisy, flash over by Kaptenen, trying to catch Ginny, barely alive, almost damage from the 6, but
Nobody's
Nico and
dying.
Ginny barely staying alive, and here comes Finran with the Eclipse, flash from Yomi, and ult from the base to pick up Ginny. Decoy goes down to Yomi on the side, and here goes Balthasar with a huge top flag. It's gonna seal the deal, and Dutch once again goes down to Finran, but the team fight is over, and my god, that TP from Balthasar is actually huge.
Where the hell did this Gragas come from?
Yeah.
And why? What? Like, I think SlimOdds was like really caught off guard with this Gragas TP. I mean, it was a cheeky ward on the Raptors. But yeah, you can see the power of Kaptenen right here. Like the Nasus is just incredibly strong in these kinds of situations still. I mean,
I feel like it's Fenrir versus Nasus almost.
yeah, it is.
Just
It is.
fighting with their Eclipse power spikes and everything, but man, this TP was really nice from Balta. Just sealing the deal on the Drake, and obviously quite a crucial fight because whoever comes out on top is gonna have like a bit of a gold lead and also have 2 Drakes. So like eventually they can play for the Soul Win comp because this game is gonna go. This game will probably last for a long time. I feel like both teams are really slow comps in some sense.
Sure, it might. The most important part about the fight, which like just happened right now, is that Fenrir was able to kill Dutch in the end. Still, just still keeping on asserting his dominance.
You mean it's still jungle then?
It is. It is.
It is. Okay. Yeah, but like a little bit of a jungle diff. Yeah, I mean Fenrir, he accomplished his objective, although his team couldn't get the other objective. He accomplished his objective. And yeah, we're gonna have. I mean, mid turret is down for the side of SlimOdds, which kinda sucks for like contesting mid wave because it's way safe to do for the side of Vitagen. Top lane, both turrets still standing, and the bot wave is kinda low. Some nice trading from Banrex here. Shouldn't amount to much. But yeah, I feel like SlimOdds, they kind of want to try to get proactive and somehow rotate around like and try and pick up these turrets, because otherwise they're behind about 4 to 5k, and currently they're just way weaker than the Vitagen squad.
Imagine you're Ashe, you have a statics and like a couple of like smaller items, and you have to kill a Nasus, who almost has his like Frozen Heart second already.
Yeah, it's impossible.
And an Ivern behind him, you just deal no damage, right?
Ooh. Ant is coming up here trying to help Balthasar take his turret, also trying to collect some souls most likely for the Senna, and he is going the support build like he predicted, so yeah, I feel like they really need healing and healing reduction and Serpent's Fang. These fights are gonna last forever later on, I feel like, with Seraphine and Senna and Ivern. These fights will last forever.
I mean, I'm just getting like 2017 flashbacks, Arden Sensor meta, and basically just tanks and enchanters running around everywhere. I mean, the one thing Vitagen does not have is basically this kind of hyper carry, but they decided the Nasus mid lane is gonna be the hyper carry, and just like so far it has been looking kind of okay for them. Like they have found a couple of good fights. The Nasus is really strong in this game already.
He does have Phase Rush, which alleviates a bit of the like. I feel like later on it gets really hard to play as Nasus because you just get slowed by Ashe, slowed by Seraphine. Like you just get kited indefinitely, I feel like. But he has alleviated a bit with the rune of Phase Rush, so we're seeing a rotate here from Fenrir coming up to contest the top turret. Banrock's trying to kill it, and Ant is here to cover. Yomi ulting the wave, so wave is gonna go down. Fenrir's kinda stuck here on his lonesome, but Ant, he's taking a lot of damage. No ulti out yet, here comes W. Still has E, and it's close, but he barely stays alive. Yomi gets the kill, and they can't pick up this turret, and it's 4 members from Vitagen, but they're dropping mid prior for this. So instead of losing the top turret, they lose the mid tower.
Yeah, but I think Ziggs can just one-shot the turret. I mean, might already be in W range. Oh, not yet, but like one auto attack will do. Do they still want to fight this? No way. Okay, no,
I
no,
mean,
no.
they can try. At least the side of Vitagen can, but
I don't know. I saw Banarex chilling in a bush, and I was thinking about like he's kind of looking.
it's good looking. He's a bit hungry. I mean, it's 0-0. He's probably like, man, I'm going to play League today. I've been stuck at top lane, man. This Ivory's been in my bush all game. Man, when do I get to play League? But yeah, like, I mean, getting mid turret actually is kind of nice for the side of SlimOdds, and only lost 1 kill for it. They did trade top turret, but that turret was already kind of low. So I don't feel like SlimOdds are too unhappy. And the gold is it's still 4k, so they haven't fallen like further behind than they already were. But now I have Drake, 1 minute, and knowing SLE, these teams are going to contest Drake. That's a classic.
I mean, I think Azir also has like 2 items now. He's back in. Yeah, he has 2 items, so he should be able to do enough damage to kill Kapteinen. But still, like Kapteinen, 2 items, already has his boots. He's looking really strong. Also, the Ziggs has 2.5 items.
6 is pretty big actually. It's 304. I think he's gotten like at least 1 or 2 turret kills with his satchel. So 6 pretty big, but also has like a bit more inconsistent damage. We'll have to see if Vitagen can play that a bit slow. Fenrir has not been a fan of playing it slow so far. And here we are. They're rotating in as 5 members, all of them. Nas is coming down top river. So right now they're at a man advantage. Let's see if they find an arrow onto Dutch here. Seraphine ult, but narrowly flashed. Balthazar with an ulti to split Banrix into the team, but he actually kills Dutch with his own ulti. Banrix gets the reset. The wave comes in. Kapteinen is zoned off. Banrix is going kind of crazy onto Balthazar right here, going low, but will take a lot of damage. Kapteinen trying to kill General Deco in the backline. Does he have flash? Not yet. Ginny kiting it out. Will he get the Q on him? No. Stoosh gets the kill. Banrix is still alive on the other side. Still kiting it out. And now Vitagen is stuck in a bad situation here. Ginny on the flank. And Banrix also. They're scared of the flank. They don't know where he is. Will get confirmation now from the ward. Will they still try to contest here? Miss the Q from Yomi. They're pretty low. They have no jungler. This should be a bad contest. There should be no way to get this. Smite from Fenrir secures it. Ant has to flash out. A bit of a shame from Banrix. And now I don't know why they're continuing to fight when no one is here, but in the end the dust settles. SlimOdds come out on top in that team fight, and they still have some fight in them.
So I was really scared. Like, look at Kapteinen. He was kind of like getting zoned off by the Azir ult right here. But like, oh wait, we're gonna see this one again. Okay, never mind. But still doesn't matter. Like, I was really scared for the backline of SlimOdds here, because like Kapteinen was just rushing at them, looking like as if he was the Shuriman god we meant to always be, right?
Instead, Azir took over as the Emperor of...
Yeah. I mean, he was not really alone with this. Like, Seraphine, Ashe, and Azir basically just like completely hammered the poor Nasus.
That just build is looking like the people in my solo queue games that don't want to play anymore, with 2 of those funny idols. But yeah, I mean, nice fights from SlimOdds, and they still don't gain too much gold back. They get about 1k gold back, so they're still at a 3k disadvantage. But you can see that their comp really scaling, and I feel like we will see if Kapteinen is able, because he is one of their like strongest members in these early fights, I feel like. And he will be kind of pivotal, I feel, because as you said also, he's like one of the only sources they have of 80 damage. And we already see Mercs coming in from the side of SlimOdds. So if there's more MR coming in and they don't have access to Kapteinen's damage, there might be a real issue where they can just build full MR and they will be completely fine just kind of rolling over this comp of Vitagen. But yeah, we'll have to see. Currently no one is concerned about Baron yet, so we don't see any tension over there. It's just Kapteinen in the bush, so trying to catch Douche, but nothing much.
I was gonna have to give props towards Banrix. He was basically a little bit starved on gold this entire game. Had a rough couple of like early game situations. He didn't even have his Black Cleaver finish in the last fight. He was still able to like survive for an incredible long time in the backline of Vitagen. They were not able to kill him, even if he is not like he wasn't that strong in that moment. But still, like the Aatrox went to the backline of Vitagen. The Narcissus went into the backline of SlimOdds, and SlimOdds came up on top in the end.
Yeah, they kind of better. I feel like it comes down to what you mentioned as well, with Azir being more of a hyper character. So I feel like his damage really showed there. Where I feel like if he didn't have 2 items, they wouldn't have killed Kapteinen, because eventually we just like walk them far enough away from Dragon where we can just like turn back.
Yes, and
He actually
also
managed to cut him down.
Fenrir saw Dutch and just completed tunnel vision onto the Ivern, and they were managed to kill the Ivern before he was able to like give out a bunch of shields to Kapteinen, for example.
That's a good point. But yeah, no team is currently concerned with Baron. I feel like there is a window here to make like meaningful vision progress on Baron, but so far they're not really like super hovering for it. They're getting the reset, so nothing big happening yet. Because I think typically we could see like some action on Baron, but no team can maybe like has the damage for it yet, or no team has the willingness to really start up on it, and no pick has been happening yet. So they kind of just been trading vision so far in River, with SlimOdds having the position right now.
So the one thing I'm kind of concerned about is that. Oh wait, is there a fight there? They're kind of posturing. They want this crab.
Yeah, Vitagen is moving in now for the vision again. They're trying to trade, but now they're fighting back a bit, so there is a bit of tension in the river. There's still 1 minute on Drake, which I think they're gonna try to move over for it. The Captain getting rooted up here. Fenrir is going to damage. Here comes the Ash Arrow. The engage is going to happen. Big Seraphim ult as well, but everyone is knocked away by Balthazar's ult, the explosive cask. And Ginny hasn't even joined the fight. He's on midway, kind of relaxing, and trade of damage going out. I don't think it would be too meaningful since they have Seraphine, Senna, and Ivern available for sustain. But now they're switching over to the bot side to try and get some position on the Drake. And ooh, this bush here is scary, the Raptor bush. And Decoy, he takes a nice cue from Yomi there. So far, nothing though. Still relaxing.
I mean, like if he recalls now, he might be able. Like, I mean, I think it's gonna be a bit late for Drake. Right now, it's not looking as if they are able to like safely go towards the Drake, as Vitagen completely controls.
Big ult as well. That's actually a big CD use there, and here comes the tower as well. If they're able to heal up here with the Seraphine W, I don't feel like they're in that bad of a spot here, SlimOdds, to contest this, and they can walk from mid, I think. They even got the position here on Raptors now, and spawn is going down 7 seconds. It's on Vitagen to start up if they want to. This choke would be hard to walk through though. Six is able to put his minefield down. Should be hard. They're going to try to go for bot side here instead, with Ginny maybe staying on the flank. They're able to see this rotation on the ward though. They have a nice ward on red buff here that hasn't been spotted. Drake is being started up, so nice poke from Decoy. Yobi trying to get the Qs out, trying to zone with minefield. Now they're coming back up the top side. We have a full-on back to front to back. And Fenrir trying to look for the flank.
Everyone has every summoner spell.
Oh, they're so clumped up here. Ooh, there comes the cask again. Flash out from Banrix. Doesn't want to get caught, and Nasut is also used. Drake going low. Fenrir goes in. He's going to try to get the smite down. Smite for Fenrir does go in. He wins the smite fight, but will he die? He does go down. Fenrir down indeed, and here comes Sigselt again. Decoy is low. Ginny shuffling out, and they are chasing them. Dutch flash. Q onto Banrix, gets caught, and Ginny also going low, but big damage. Here comes the Shuriman wall. Banrix no ult though, doesn't have the damage. Senna very good. Here comes the Wither. Stoosh in a bad position. Decoy will die 100% here on the back line. And Stoosh is caught between a Nasus and a Gragas. And here comes the Gragas. And he will go down. And that's a clean team fight from the side of Vitagen.
Well, a really clean team fight. Unfortunately, they're on the bot side of the map, so no Baron afterwards, or like not already. But still, like they found the Jin Zhao, and after that, they kind of only had to play it kind of slow. Were able to clean up everybody.
I feel like it was really hard for Ginny to like hit during this fight. We don't see all of it, but I feel like Ginny never got like a good opportunity to really hit in this fight, or like at least he didn't hit during it, which kind of hurt FPS from the side of SlimOdds. And as you mentioned, they're on the other side of the map, but they have waddled over to Baron. It's going to go down since they got a full ace, and we'll have to see when the Baron push here comes in from Vitagen. The gold it has increased about 9 to 10k now.
Now it looks like really scary for SlimOdds. Like it's almost a 10k gold lead. This is like 8.3k gold lead, and you don't want to play from behind when playing against team comps who have like enchanters in general, right? Because right now they just don't have like the items. They don't have the damage to kill the Nasus when he's getting shields from Ivern, shields from the Senna.
I mean, they have an insanely scaling comp, right? And they have 6 to siege with now with the Baron, so let's see how they set up the waves.
Azio desperately needs his void stuff. Or
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of items that needs to come through. It looks like Banrex is trying to pivot into a bit more damage. He's feeling the lack of damage they have to pop people, so it looks like he's going a Profane Hydra, I think it is. Or as Cyril does, I'm not sure. But he can't go both actions, so it has to be a profane. Nice combo to Captain. Oh, he used ult. Here comes the Wither. Has Mercs though, and Sinzao is behind him. He might just turn here. He ease into him. A lot of damage. Q3 goes down though. Here comes Senult. That's a huge shield.
He won't die. He won't die. He will never die. He will not die.
Yeah, Captain will never die here. He's just beating people up with his Q. We can have a stat check. It's 474. Here comes a shuffle from Ginny, and this fight is going bad so fast for the side of SlimOdds. Captain is back to almost full HP. Senna Ivern.
Like, look at the Senna Q. Like, he was basically like Captain was half HP. Senna Q came and he was basically full again. Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah, Senna Ivern does seem to outscale Seraphine, so we found the answer. I mean, kind of makes sense, right? Yomi, Seraphine player, maybe he knows what counter Seraphine, and he was like, okay, this is what we're doing, boys. They took my champ, and now we're gonna counter him. Because they have effectively outscaled the God of Enchanters.
Also, I kind of feel bad for this Ashe. I feel like she was never really like part of a good fight. Every fight, the Ashe, like except for this one Drake fight, she basically was forced into a fight playing against a Nasus who's just way too strong. How is Seraphine out of mana, by the way?
Nice engage on the ant here, does go to instant, but explosive cast from Balthazar opens the fight here for Vitagen, and Captain once again, unkillable God, is just beating people up. The Wither goes down, Banner X is dead, Captain is moving on to his next target, Fenrir is trying to dive in deep, but does go down to Balthazar. Jomi's still alive as well, Stu's trying to do the most DPS he can, but there's just too much HP bars here. Shuffle goes into the fountain, but the Nexus falls, and it is over. GG and 1-0 to Vitagen for the first game.
Also, like matching score lines for Balthazar and Jomi, both going 5-0 and 10. So we already got this like team synergy on point.
Yeah, it's nice to see them playing like very controlled, right? I think this Vitagen squad, a lot of people had like pretty high hopes for it. I think the roster's pretty stacked, and I also think the SlimOdds squad, to be fair, did pretty well, like compared to last year. If we consider like how stacked the roster of Vitagen is right now, I feel like SlimOdds put up a pretty fair fight. Like they won the second team fight for I think third or fourth Drake. There were 2-2-1 Drakes, and eventually like they kind of just got outscaled or played the fight like not really that well. So I don't know. It was a cool game to see. A bit slow, but it was nice to see both teams like playing it out. It didn't feel like a one-sided stomp.
It was expected if you look at these if you look at the team comps that the game would be a little bit slower. But yeah, they did put up a fight. I think. I mean, it was like if you look at the power ranking, it was a number 5 team against number 8 team. Obviously, power ranking is everything we have to talk about. So
week one power ranking,
and also it's just only facts in the power ranking. So yeah, obviously Eternal Blizzard is the best team in the league right now. So, I mean, they looked really convincing against the second best team in the league against Grubbers. So yeah, should be the best. But number 5 team against number 8 team. So I did expect both teams to put up a fight. Was not disappointed. But I think Nasus might be a problem if you pair him up with Senna and Ivern.
I mean, this patch, Nasus is, I mean, basically overpowered. So, but we will have to see how SlimOdds adapt the draft in game 2. But before we head to a break, do you have an MVP here for game 1? Is it going to be, to our disappointments, the Nasus?
I'm gonna be honest. Nasus did a lot in this game. So there's a good argument of just giving the MVP towards like the Nasus. But what really sealed the deal was a couple of really good TPs and like first moves from Balthazar. I think it's like in the first, what's it called, like Scuttle fight, Grubbers fight, like this topside river fight. He was able to move before Aatrox could, and I don't think he should be able to do that. He just like always made sure to be there for his team, even if he is playing a weak side, basically top laner. Did not get that much attention, except for when Dutch randomly went to top lane and they burned Aatrox Flash. But still, I think also his TP towards the Wraiths was really well played and completely caught SlimOdds off guard. So I might be top lane biased, but I think Balthazar was playing really well in this game.
I mean, I think it's really fair. I mean, obviously also his explosive casks in fight did a lot of work, and he also gave Vitagen like the advantage they needed to be able to play like future fights, right? Because his initial TP in the Raptors kind of gave him the advantage. They had to like kind of snowball the game in their favor. So I don't think it's bad at all. I think we can agree on Balthazar for MVP of game 1. So everybody stay tuned. We're gonna head to a short break, and when we're back, you're gonna see game 2 of SlimOdds versus Vitagen.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
Blame it on me. You're just too scared to be lonely. No one's safe from the reaper. Not a saint nor a sinner. Rage under my skin, slowly descending to madness. Let it spread like a virus. Be a friend with the violence. Help, there's blood on my hands. Somebody save me from myself. I'm off of the meds and it might get hideous. Why so serious?
Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're about to head into draft for Game 2, SlimOdds versus Vitagen. And yeah, for this game, obviously, we want to see some adaptions. I think you're with me, Jordi, if I say you want to see a Nasus ban.
I mean,
I
I
want to see the
do.
champ.
I think it's always interesting. Like in these kind of first weeks, nobody has any idea what the other team has prepared. Like, I mean, the thing is, Captain is originally like a top laner, so you might have seen an Asus coming, right? But I didn't. So yeah, still like now's the moment for adaptations, right? So I'm hoping for Nasus ban.
Yeah, original bans I believe were like Idu, Lilia, and another jungler. I don't remember which one. I don't remember what that jungler
Not
was.
really sure actually. I
But
mean,
they're
I
banning the
know.
Seraphine now on
Yeah,
blue
yeah.
side.
Like the thing is, Vitagen's banning the exact same champs, so
Oh,
no
there's the
adaptation
adaptation.
from their side. Oh, there's Nasus ban. Okay, and
Yeah, they banned the
Seraphine ban.
Seraphine. Since they can't be one it, they removed the Seraphine. So they probably
Yeah.
only picked it to deny it
Still,
from Yomi, I feel like.
yeah, still no Yomi Seraphine game. The count
him
is still
off of
on
it.
0.
Keep him off of it. I want to see Yomi. If you hear me in your body and soul right now, I want to see you play a normal ADC, like a Kai'Sa, man.
No, I
Where
want to
is
see
it?
Draven. I want to see Draven.
Okay, the
No,
Draven.
no,
Okay,
even I want to see Draven.
I have not been that good this year that I can wish for a Christmas present like Draven on Yomi or Yomi on Draven. That would be crazy. That'd be so good. But here we have another kind of meta, quote unquote, defining pick. Varus, he's been very hot this patch and he's getting nerfed this Wednesday.
Yeah, I think Varus is incredibly strong. Was he banned last game, or like did the teams just?
Not sure
Sides
if
not played.
Vitagen banned it. I don't think they did.
I also don't like the SlimOdds decided to pick Ashe
Ooh.
early, right? Wait, no, I don't.
This is Alefeld Shivana, right? This is an old one, no?
Oh wait,
it's
I
like an old
remember.
Shivana OTP, right?
Okay. Would be kind of hype.
Oh, there
It's
it
not.
is!
Okay.
And it's not a bad meta for Shivana, to be fair. The Spear of Shojin built into Leandris is pretty damn buzzing right now. Was
Yes.
played a little bit in LPL by, I think, Peanut or Tian. No, not Peanut. Tian and... Who was it? Oh, I don't remember the name. Was playing in LPL at least one time.
Which one? Tarzan?
Could be Tarzan.
The thing is, I watched LCK, but I did not watch that much LPL this split.
Yeah, this case been busting the split. Good finals today. If you didn't watch today, you should look at the series today.
Oh yeah, like
all the
was
LCK
incredible.
finals was a very
Was
good
incredible.
finals.
We've got some really exciting finals in the past couple of weeks. Yeah, like I don't know if you've seen the LCS one, it was absolutely crazy ending, right?
Yeah, that were. I mean, LCS finals and LCK finals both were super bangers. Like I recommend watching both of them. Not gonna say anything about the results, but yeah, definitely watch the LCS one as well. That one, it took me back years, man, to season 3. Oh, like nostalgia dreams.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was really crazy.
We
Nah,
have the
don't
Lilia
smolder. I
coming
hate
in
this
and
map,
the
I hate it.
smolder. Okay, we have the stacking, bot lane, and scaling. They couldn't get Nasus, so they're gonna stack another way, Jordi. It's
I
gonna
mean-
be smolder Senna.
I just hate this little dragon. I think it's so annoying to play against teams who play smaller. Just because like you basically always just say, oh no, we're fine. I'm just gonna stack. I'm just gonna keep pushing waves. And the moment you make like slightest mistake, Smolder gets a couple of kills, gets a couple of turrets. It's just so hard to play.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is really a late game insurance in the
Yeah.
purest sense of it.
is always biased as a top laner. You just don't want to deal with like this much percentage true damage, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, if he's very bad, you're like super fed and Cassandra, you come down, he kills you for nothing. I'm like, oh.
yeah.
I have like 3 items. But yeah, we see Orianna coming in. Don't see any mid lane, just a good blind here. Fits pretty well with Shyvana. They can obviously do like the ulti in with Orianna ball and combo. And let's see. So we have jungler and most likely the bot lane here for Vitagen. I don't see Senna going anywhere else with bot lane, and Smolder mid is decent, but it's mostly played as a counter into Corki, and I haven't seen a lot of. I don't think Captain plays it most of all. It feels a lot like a Yomi champion. But we see some respect coming in. Karagas ban on Balthazar, and I think Vitagen will run back the same bans that there is in Olaf.
I mean, Jomi did play a lot of Smolder, so I'm expecting it to go bot lane.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Have you watched a lot of LCK? But because like they have been first picking the Smolder every game basically.
And they swap it depending on lane, but I think a lot of times it's used as a counter pick to Corki and Seri, I believe, like as scaling picks.
They do often handshake this matchup, like in the Corki Smolder in the mid lane was like a staple. But they don't really mind. They just first pick Smolder. I mean, maybe it's Gen G thing also because like Joey's insane on this, on basically every kind of scaling champ. But yeah, has had a lot of presence. Unfortunately, still, like I said, I hate this champ.
But now we're back to red side for SlimOdds, and that means Banner X gets counterpick.
Yes, and also we're gonna see a new top laner as the Gragas was taken away from Balthazar.
Will be interesting to see actually, because I feel like Balthazar typically has been like the supportive top laner, but I would be scared. There's no way you're doing Zillion here, are you? This would be the coolest pick ever. Please do it.
I mean, does Ant play Zillion?
Please.
I
No,
thi- I
this is
think I've s-
SlimOdds.
Oh wait,
This is General
SlimOdds.
Decoy.
Yes. Wait a
He's
second.
doing it. It's Zillion. God, it's already banging.
But is it good?
No.
I also don't think so. I mean,
Well,
if you're playing against,
Let's put it like
Smolder-
this. It scales insanely well.
I mean, it does, but it's not
But the
gonna match
laning is
all the
terrible.
does it?
Laning is terrible.
And Zillion has been like historically one of the best scaling supports in the game, but I mean, you're playing against Smolder Senna.
There it is. Ord Blind is scary against Banner X. Yeah, he has something. He has to have something. Even with Olaf Darius gone, there's Gwen. There
There's
are
Aatrox.
things in top lane. There's still Aatrox. There are things.
I mean,
But
I think
Ord good blind though.
Gwen, I think, would be like too much magic damage, but he still might want to pick Gwen here, but don't think
Yeah.
it would be that good.
Aatrox is fine if you're comfortable on it, right? Like, what else
Sure,
is there but
sure.
Aatrox?
I mean, I love the Orm matchup with him. Oh wait a second, what?
What is this?
It's the
Oh, it's
typical.
Smolder mid.
Is it?
Yes.
It's
and
Orn
Ord
Senna,
bot.
right? Orn
Yeah,
Senna,
Orn Senna.
right?
The
You're right.
classic.
You're right.
What do you mean, Ant? Or no, wait, Yomi. Wait, who's playing what now? Is Yomi playing the Senna?
He
I assume
might.
Yomi's playing the Senna because.
Yeah,
I
Orn
mean,
Senna
he's
playing
also
up
top
to
lane,
Ant,
I guess.
and should be able to navigate the Orn, right? So
Although Ant did play the Senna last game.
that is true.
I don't know. Okay, counter pick Camille. I like Camille. We like Camille. I
Also-
like it.
It's a decent angle for a Camille, by the way.
It's a very good angle. Like you can actually lock down the Smolder. And if you kill that little rat dragon, then you win the team fight probably.
Okay, so Camille has a good lane against Cassandra. That's number one. Number two is people play Camille way too often when they see a Cassandra just because they think the lane is good, and then they realize
That
okay,
lane
the
is
enemy
hard.
has a bunch of CC and you lose just every fight. The third point, the last time we saw this exact matchup, Cassandra against Camille, was in I'm not sure if it was the Ablaze against Assassin's Creed matchup, and Lost Moderato went 0-10 on Camille. So I'm actually really interested in how Banner is going to perform this matchup because I, as a Cassandra enjoyer, I have played against one good Camille in the past couple of months. And it was like, I don't know, 900 LP Grandmaster top laner who won the
What the
University
hell?
League like for 3 times in a row in Germany. So yeah, this guy was good. But every other Camille played dog shit. So I'm really interested if Banner is able to get a lead out of this matchup as a Camille.
Dude, what's wrong with your? You play for University? What's wrong with University, bro? 900 LP? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was actually Prime League, and this guy was subbing in for a team that was like in Div 5 Prime League. One of the best teams.
with
Yeah,
900 LP.
basically just ensured that like the team was one of the better teams. They also like they're in Div 4 now. But obviously, but this guy was good.
Yeah, he sounds like a dude. I mean, I agree. I play both sides of this matchup, and it's. I feel like people just look at like well, Camilla's true damage, so she wins because she's a tank, and it's like, oh, it's not that obvious because Cassandra is a weird tank.
Yes.
Where there's ways to play it, obviously, and I think it's favored for Camille, but you really have to hit like 1 or 2 items, and
Yes,
then you
and-
really start taking over.
And that is important because like it's a game of like power spikes. You think it's just a counter matchup, so, and you realize okay, you win level 1, you win level 2, okay, you have to be stronger, and then on 6 you just lose as Camille if you make one mistake.
Yep.
And people don't realize this, or like oftentimes don't realize this. So you really still need to play towards like your Triforce, you need to play towards your Hydra, and after these items, you really are like really strong against Cassandra. If Cassandra dies 1 or 2 times before you even hit that, it's game over for Cassandra. But still, you have to realize you are not just like outright stronger in the whole game or in the whole laning phase.
It's a very cooldown based lane as well, because you have to
Yes.
play around the Pathmaker. But yeah, not obviously winning, but I feel like Banner X should be a good commit, but what do I know? It's obviously not something he plays like usually. I feel like his best champions have always been like Olaf, who's like just turbo running over the game. And Darius, I still remember like, I think it was my first SLE cast where I just said, well, SlimOdds are losing this unless Banner X 1v9, and then it 1v9. He got like 3 kills in the team fight. I'm like, okay, I guess it's over.
I wasn't familiar with the game, with his game.
And I was not familiar. I was not familiar with this game. I'm sorry. I was not familiar with your game. Yeah, indeed. No, but I have faith in Banner X. I think he'll do well. But Balthazar, obviously, I mean, even last game he proved to be I mean, he performed very well, like you said. Like he got his prio, he took prio, he did good TP. So Balthazar right now is performing well. So I don't know, we might see some solo bolos in top lane, maybe some Orns, maybe some Camille's.
I mean, to be honest, I think this was like one of my main problems with the SlimOdds roster last split, in which like they had like the identity of Banarix has to win, and if he doesn't, it's kind of, we're not gonna do anything. So as a top laner, I played against SlimOdds once, not in SLE, but in a tournament after that. You kind of just have to contain Banarix and you're gonna win the game. Now they got
They have all of them.
Fenrir, so and he had like really put up a fight in the first game, so they might be like strong, like have a bit more like win conditions to play for. Especially as
on the
he locked in Shyvana. Yeah, of course, Shyvana's always a win condition. But still, I think Balthazar has made it like did an incredibly incredibly good job in containing this top lane and being just a wall, and not giving Banarix any advantages.
Looking at these two drafts also, like which draft do we feel is the stronger? Like I just feel like one thing Vitagen like consistently does pretty well for SLE is that they have drafts that are simple to play. Because if you look at like SlimOdds draft, I don't hate SlimOdds draft, but there's definitely way more a burden of execution on like Shyvana, Camille, Orianna. Like there's way more a burden of execution. Whereas Vitagen's draft is like, you know, you play Senna, you heal people with Q. You play Smolder, you know, it's Ornn, Cassante, big front. Like it's very simple draft identity. You front to back, you play with the Smolder. If he lives, you win. Like very easy game plan. So I really like the Vitagen draft where it's like this game specifically is such an easy draft. Like it's so easy to understand what you want to do.
It's really straightforward. 2 tanks, an enchanter, damage dealers, and Lilia and Smolder. It should be like really straightforward in the way you play these fights. And SlimOdds, they have to find stuff. They have to find stuff with the Zillion, with the Camille. Shyvana is not easy to pilot in many of these fights. And like it's one of these examples of these kind of picks where you have the ability to make stuff happen, right? But if the enemy has like a standout front to back comp, you're kind of forced to make stuff happen, and this oftentimes leads you to bad situations. And as I said, one bad situation against Smolder and you really have a problem.
Yeah, one situation goes bad and then he has 2-5 stacks and he's calling down mom.
Yeah, just screaming at your face and you're just like tilted beyond the earth because like, how does this little dragon does so much damage?
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. He was trained well.
I mean, if Smolder's that strong, I don't want to meet Mom.
Mom is Elder Dragon.
I
Makes
mean,
sense, no? He has the Elder Dragon execute.
Yeah, he does, but I still think Elder Dragon is just like
Elder Dragon's dad?
No, Elder Drake's the drug addict aunt, I think. Because in game, that's one of my problems with Elder Drake. Elder Drake is not hard to take down.
I mean, he's too weak to beat that.
Yeah, it's just regular Drake. I mean, if you're playing Olaf, you can solo that shit easily. You don't have to play. You don't even have to play Olaf. Like it's just Baron, like kind of got buffs in the sense that Baron's not that easy to take down as Baron wasn't like in the past seasons. But Elder Drake is not strong. The buff is really strong. The buff is incredibly strong, but the Drake in itself is not that strong, right?
How do you feel about going back to like the Season 2 jungle where you died to jungle creeps in pro play?
Yeah, or you had to go base after your 3rd camp because otherwise you just die. And now they have infinite sustain.
Well, Elder Dragon was like a timed objective. The team went there and beat it up, and then they had to base, and they got like points for it, and eventually got enough points.
Would be interesting.
That would be a macro decision and a half there.
That's for sure.
But yeah, I think one thing it will be interesting seeing. Like, I haven't seen a Cillian in years. The last time I saw Cillian, I don't even know. Like, I don't see a lot of Cillian. Oh, wait, actually, it was from Riggs, I think, in Gucci Split 6.
Oh yeah, sure.
Riggs was a bit of a Cillian player.
He did play Zillion.
But I feel like it's
like it was one of the first games where he already played Zillion, right?
Really, it was a Cillian OTP, well, not an OTP, but he very heavily favored Cillian.
Yeah, and this got to the point where people like really first rotation banned Zillion against Riggs.
Yeah, that's cool. So we'll see. I feel like Cillian historically has a really weak lane phase, but I don't know. I mean, last time Pride didn't matter too much, I feel like, so we'll have to see this game, but I feel like it once again will be a relatively slow game. Shyvana wants the superpower farm. The mid matchup might be a bit more interesting. Smolder Oriana, I feel like Oriana will have a bit of power there in the early game. Like, I feel like it's hard for Smolder.
Yeah, Oriana should be able to get prio and like threaten the Smolder.
At least when she gets lost trapped there. Maybe like early levels go to small just because AD champs in mid. Very fun. We're still on this. But yeah, and then we have, I mean, Lilia also like kind of a champ that wants to farm hard, so
Yeah,
top lane matchup will definitely be to look out for though.
of course, yeah. And the one thing we haven't touched upon yet is like, do you think it's like it has to? This Varus, you already talked about how strong Varus is in the current patch. He kind of has to go attack speed on hit this game, right? Because like Lethargic Varus, I think is incredibly strong right now. But he's playing against Ornn and Cassandra with an Enchanter behind them. He kind of needs to deal damage, right?
Kind of. And lethality build is the thing people like. Like, he could do lethality, and if he snipes the like one of the backliners, like Lilia, Smolder, or Senna, like that could work. And I think the Shyvana could have enough like burn to like cut down the front line eventually. So could be a way to play it. I think it's not obligatory, but I think definitely like it's a good angle for an on-hit game for sure.
Captain is looking for his stacks.
There he gets one. Game
Both
over.
dragons just
Will he be
spitting
forced to
fire?
fast it though? No, most likely not.
should be fine.
One stack for Senna, it's game over. Just getting stacks off of them here in the early game.
Not only Senna, also Smolder. Smolder also already got one stack.
But did Oriana get mana flip out?
That is true.
The questions. The level 1 siding things. Yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm at least hoping that the Varus comes out a bit ahead in this lane, because otherwise I feel like it'll be tough. But I'm not sure how, like, I mean, we always never see these like Ornn, like Senna lanes in this level of play. I feel like I mostly see them from like Keria and Gumayushi, and there they usually lose. So I'm hoping they lose, but I don't know. I don't really know the exact definitions, but they should, I feel like, be a bit weaker. But even with a silly, like, they should be stronger. Like 2 range, they have like a melee. I feel like they should be doing fine. And that takes some heavy trading here. Not even sure if that's worth it, but Yomi is getting the push. Might even be pushing too fast, but here comes the wave. And I think level 2 Prior should go over to the side of Vitagen. We'll have to see. They're kind of spacing back general defense too. Being aware with that level 2 is going to come in 2 minions from now. And soon they will have to back up. Oh, Yomi's crafting.
Already.
What's he getting?
Ah, wait, he did
Oh,
the,
he went
the
without
refillable
knife
start.
then.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did the
yeah.
refillable start.
Squishy man. Okay, level 2 is going to go both sides. They're looking fine. And heavy trading here from Genie, so probably getting some nice QWs. Exactly like that. And Captain taking some chunks. Might be a big angle here. Like, both junglers are obviously like, kind of low gank lethality. They have like no CC. Just run at you, so I don't think much will happen anyway. Maybe they'll force the TP out of each other. But top lane also relaxing.
I mean, as expected, Camel is strong on the early levels. Wave is an awkward spot, kind of. I
Yeah, it's a
mean,
nice hold by Balta.
yes. Also, Lydia's top side, so Bannerix really has to be careful here.
Yeah, Siobhan is bot side, so it'll be cross map jungling. So we'll have to see if he can actually crash this way. I feel like Balthazar kind of holding it to just see if he can set up a gank here for Dutch, but I think now eventually this wave will slow push back, although very slowly.
No, so far, as the way Balthazar is playing it, Wave's still frozen in front of his turret. And I mean, like, the next cannon wave should be able to fix the wave last.
Yeah.
But right now, by the way, okay, I'm not exactly sure.
Wave thing?
The what?
Was
The
there a wave thing on top lane, I guess?
No,
So he
I
wants
was looking at mid lane because Captain and was like farming, basically had perfect CS for the first 2 to 3 waves, and then he butchered it.
to- Oh. It's 23 CS, right? Or is it 17 and then 23?
19 is like the first 3 waves, as you have like
Oh yeah, 6.
six minions and then the cannon wave, right?
Got math.
So it's 19 to 25 to like and so on, right?
Yeah,
This
they
is
can.
kind of low.
Yeah, Ginny walking up aggressively here. I like it. Here comes the Q, and is very low. He's gonna continue to stay, which is
That is
a
greedy.
choice and a half.
That is greedy.
And now see the way bouncing here, so Banrex in a better wave position. I don't know let's check the XP. I don't think Baltzar is gonna hit 6 on this wave. So this is a good wave for Banrex to trade a bit on, but Shyvana is pathing down. Is also spotted out by the Vitagen. They have a ward on him, I believe.
Not
As
yet.
he did get pinged out.
Minute 5 is the wave you get 6.
Yeah, I feel like it's one wave off. And yeah, like, kind of low activity. CS so far, like, almost every lane is even. No one really coming out far ahead or far below. They know Shyvana's going to go bot side, so both junglers confirmed their pathing. I think the ward on Raptors from SlimOdds also confirmed where Dutch is. So everyone's pretty, like, well aware of what's happening and going about their day, farming the jungle camps, except for Ginny that has been forced to TP out of Captain here in mid lane, so that might be something that he will be able to punish eventually.
I mean, to be honest, like first of all, I did not expect the Orange to be able to like actually be ahead in CS against this Varus lane. But as you said, Zilean is not that strong in the early game, so they might. I mean, we already saw how like Ant decided to kind of play aggressively towards like the first few levels, which made it hard for the Varus to get every CS. So it's the TP in the mid lane.
Bit of TPs.
Yeah. But
so both TPs down. And we gotta see the first objectives come up now though. And it looks like a trade of Grubs versus Drake, as Fenrir is already on the Drake. They probably don't want to move their Senna lane, and Dutch is on the Grubbers. I don't know what value the Grubs have this game though for the side of Vitagen. I guess they're just denying it from the Camille.
I mean, it does make sense. I also don't think they are stronger in the bot side right now, so SlimOdds just decide they want the Drake, and there's nothing Vitagen can do about that, right?
Yeah.
So basically just respecting and taking the other objective, which
I
is
like,
bad another way.
I mean, I do like getting an early Drake, because against a smaller, like you said, like he's just gonna stack it, stacks, be very strong. So forcing like an early soul win con, which last game we saw a trade of 1-1 to Drakes, so there was like no way to go for that in like a reasonable time frame. But if they're able, like they took the Drake at around spawns at 5, they got down like around 6 minutes. It's like kind of close to the earliest Drake you can take. And here we have Fenrir, he's gonna contest Dutch here, and Dutch is not aware. They're just walking into each other. No one is aware.
Yeah, like Fenrir is kind of scared. Why is he scared?
I'm not sure. I thought he was gonna go fight him. I thought he was gonna insta him.
I mean, Orianna 6, they're so much stronger than this Motor right now.
I thought that would be true as well.
But decides against it. Maybe they had no vision on, I don't know. Like maybe they were
weird-
scared of an Orin moving up and just. I mean, he's not 6 yet, so.
He's not 6, so he doesn't have a... I think we're just used to the bloody battlefields at top lane.
Yeah.
There's not as much fighting on the bot side. At least not in these games. Kind of slow compositions as well, so... Looking at trading, like even top lane is looking even on health bars. Biggest issue probably is the bot in here. We can see Ant kind of out-sustaining them, I feel like.
Wave is an awkward spot also.
Yeah, Dutch did base, but I mean, they have no way of knowing.
I mean, they should be able to push in the wave now. They're both 6, right? I mean, yeah, now the enemy also hit 6, so...
I mean,
Should
you're just
be
taking
scared
the
again.
base. This is kind of fine. I feel like the side of... well, I guess Joby can just craft the lane, so it doesn't need the base, but... I feel like Ant will want the base at some point pretty soon.
Yes.
They're gonna push in the wave, they're gonna trade the wave, come back. Maybe they lose a few CS, but they get a pretty decent base time off. But yeah, Yomi's going up a lot in CS actually. So CSing very well for being what I have known as a support mate. So props to him. Camille is pulling ahead 10 CS, no big difference. Mid basically even. So Yomi performing well in bot lane this season, and top lane a little bit ahead for Banrex, but also has a better matchup, right? He's
This
gonna
might
walk
be a
into Dutch
situation,
here.
by the way. No
Might be a bit
jungler
of a
around.
situation.
I think Dutch can basically also just solo kill him here. He's much stronger.
No E yet. Here comes the E. Does it
Please flash. Please flash. He
Does
does.
flash.
Okay, nice. Okay, missed the rest
Orianna
of
can
the
move,
but
but
kind of weird.
Okay, flash
Okay.
out here. So they get the Lily ult, that's not too bad, and the trade of flashes. So that's not too bad. Alex can probably base TP here. I don't think that's too bad for the side of SlimOdds.
Oh no, it's completely fine. I mean, to be honest, I think if Dutch, after like he flashed over the wall, missed his he only got like the inner circle of the Q, missed his W, and I don't know, Banrex was asleep. I think he might have been able to play that better, but
You can save the
maybe he was
W for the sleep. Flash over W into like a good Q
yeah,
maybe.
that's what I thought he'd do, but he just flashed over the wall and missed his auto Q. So I don't know. Maybe there was a kill angle, but yeah. At the end of the day, Camille has flash regardless. Flash
We're
is
back on
about
these
freeze
Raptors.
back, and yeah.
Everyone else get the Raptors, so trying to inch out a little bit of a lead here in the jungle. Up about 10 CS right now. But yeah, Candace still want to farm. Shyvana really wants to hit like that Spear of Shojin, I feel like, and then she gets real active. And after that point, you can do Snowball harder or Shyvana or don't. And here, Yomi kind of getting caught here in the bot lane. Uses the R2 from the ult
Still
to
has
try and
flash.
run.
Still has flash.
Stoosh!
Okay.
Power aggro. Does not die though.
He wanted the kill. He wanted the kill.
He did want to kill. And I think, by the way, like judging, because I've seen his Varus, the Q damage is pretty low. I assume he's maxing WE, which might mean he is on hit this game.
I mean, he went PTA. He went PTA, so and already bought a recurve bow, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna go Blade first.
Yeah, that'd be true. You go combat on the Lefality build, I assume. So indeed, it's gonna be an on-hit build. I don't hate it. 2 tanks, right? 2 tanks to cut down. He's gonna have a lot of targets hit this game, and Yomi kind of solo
Yeah,
laning. They
that's
do
kind
have
of scary.
Stillian ult. Gets slowed. A lot of damage. Yomi will have to TP back here. I feel like Stoosh can be happy just taking a base. And Grubs, it's gonna be 6 Grubs going over. Fenrir is on Krugs right now, and Dragon's not up yet. So no contest here on the Grubs. Ant's just walking around like a living life pack. And we see Banner's waiting for a pretty aggressive trade here. But here's Ant being annoying. Yomi's paying the price for his roams in bot lane meanwhile. We have seen one plate go down.
To be fair, I was pretty sure Yomi would just be dead in this exchange in bot lane because like Varus had flash, had barrier, had Zillion, and I think Varus was not forced to like play it as defensive as he did in the end.
That's fair. I think there was definitely a way to kill there. I think in the end doesn't make a big deal. It's just the difference between free and gold because Yomi, no matter what, the TP's back. So, but yeah, SlimOdds, they do get their win con here. The early Drakes are coming out. Can we get to see the Smolder stacks perhaps? Just having a look at the numbers. It's 89. It's not that big. So far, no like real messy fight has happened, right? And we will have to answer the question. He should be able to. Like usually, you're able to always hit stacks at around 23 minutes. But if they get to the Drakes and they're able to get to the Drakes around 22-23, and he doesn't have the stacks, there could be a real issue here for the side of Vitagen if he doesn't reach 225.
Yeah, on the other hand, it's Chemtech Soul, right? So Vitagen might just go ahead and say, yeah, we don't really care about Chemtech Soul.
That Drake will be impossibly good for Shyvana and Camille though.
I mean, I guess. But still, I think it's still like one of the, yeah,
It is one of the worst Drakes.
weaker souls, right? So
It is one of the weaker Drakes. I think Ocean Soul would have been better this game. I'm pretty sure Cloud would have been a little bit better maybe. I'm not sure. Cloud is weird.
Cloud would have been like I think insane for Camille and Shyvana as well. But apart from that, maybe like Zillion also likes Cloud, so
Not sure. Yeah, Varus doesn't really care, I feel like.
yeah. I mean, he cares if he's getting ulted by Cassandra, but still, yeah.
Could
Camille
be, but yeah,
also really like the Cloud Soul.
we're getting slow games. Dutch is here trying to hunt for a gank, maybe setting something up with the Ornult. Hovering around and missed his souls at the Krugs. All fine and dandy, they're just scaling, waiting for Orn items. And Yomi, like you said, he's keeping up very well in CS here.
Yeah, and most importantly, we will hit some power spikes soon. First items are like, especially in like top lane, if Camille finishes the Triforce, if in bot lane, if Stoosh finishes his Blade. This might encourage the teams to like go for a bit more aggressive setup as they realize they're strong now, right?
I agree, and I think Camille definitely, when she hits Triforce, there's like a small window. I don't think she'll hit it this game, but we also see like Fenrir doing a lot of counter jungling here. Like Dutch is falling behind. He's been consistently taking his Raptor camps from him. So Fenrir is snowballing himself on his own time, which is nice to see. But yeah, when 24 sits for Camille, I think this matchup becomes a lot harder.
Yes, and as I said, Bannerix was not did not die before he hit his Triforce yet, so he might be able to gain a lead in the next couple of minutes.
And here we have it. The Spear of Shojin is finished on the Shyvana. I think that's pretty big. We have the Triforce on the Smolder. Sunfire Cape and Ornn was already there since before. I'm pretty sure if Varus basically gets the Blade, and in about one wave or so, I think Camille will also have access to the Trinity Force. I'm not sure. I mean, the Country also have his item, but yeah, we're seeing the first items come out, and Drake is in 2 minutes.
Do you think they'll contest third Drake? And
I wouldn't, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him try. Like, I feel like the way you do it is you try to get a pick before the fight.
Yes.
If you get one, nice, okay, then you don't contest it. If you don't, oh well, unlucky, we used scale to next.
Yes, and also at the end of the day, yeah, like they all have flash. They all have basically sums, right?
I mean, everyone has everything.
Yes, but
Ooh, that's
if you, would, you can go ahead and just like try to look for stuff, and if they go for a greedy Orianna R, for example, you just are able to flash it. You might see an angle to defy the Drake, right?
Yeah, I fully agree. Like, I think they should look for it at least. But they're a bit of an awkward timers here. I feel like Stoosh and Decard really need to base get the items.
Yes, they need to.
Because I mean, Yomi's just getting his items out here. I mean, I guess Ant doesn't have anything, but I'm not even sure if he'll get one. I'm not sure the support economy will allow him to have an item at this point in the game. So we'll see. But he has Bloodsong, which is, I mean, basically
I
an
was
item.
about to say he's full build, right?
Yeah, full build Bloodsong. He's just stacking his souls. They will crash this wave. I feel like they could just China try to go ahead and base. Now Fenrir kind of wanting to contest this Herald. It's up a level. It's pretty strong. Camille has Triforce. He's kind of playing it patient right now. They're catching a wave in top lane, but
they might look
they
for
will
this.
force them off here. Dutch and Baltzar will decide to respect it here. I'm not sure if they will be able to releash it.
To be fair, if they
reset.
find a good Camille R onto the Lilia, they can burst her down.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of risky for the side of it to go for it right and Smolder mid, like almost no prio. I feel like this is a nice rotation here from Alefeld. He'll clean this up, and I think he will be in time as well to contest the Drake if he just runs down afterwards.
Should be.
We also have the bot lane coming out now. They have their items on them. Ant is in base, will be a bit slower. He's trying to walk out right now, so... And once again, the TPs from top lane might be very crucial this time. If Balthazar gets to get a good TP flank or just TP down without Banrex responding, might be a bit of a disaster if they lose his Drake for the side of SlimOdds.
I mean, to be fair, I think Banrex should just try to keep Balthazar in top lane.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
Xanto should be strong in like these kinds of 5v5s right now, even if the Camille has Triforce. On the other hand, if they are able to like lock down the Smolder, lock down the Lilia with a Camille R and a Shockwave maybe, she might find good use in a TP flank herself.
It's a good one here from Decoy. They see them going for the Drake. Fenrir is on blue. They're all ready to contest this. They're all too ready. And I don't think SlimOdds will let this dragon go for free. Jin is already walking up. He doesn't care. He wants to fight. Here comes the Herald as well. Jomi initiating onto the Orianna, though. Bad position coming out. Shockwave on the back line. Varus is kind of able to free hit here, but he can't see it. Shyvana ulting in. Captain is going to go low, but has to flash out. Captain might try to hunt down. Flash from Ant. Tries to get the blast call. First blood to the Smolder, but now Stoosh is caught by Yomi on the backside, and the TPs have come from the top laners, but here comes Balthazar. He's gonna piss onto him. Showmaker ulti. And he will go down, no E available. And with that team fight, I think Vitagen are in a extremely advantageous game set here, having the Smolder, the Ornn, the Senna.
Yeah, and what an amazing engage by Jomi, right? He was able to find 2 people without even using his R. Just eat onto his, like, I think he put up his pillar, I don't think he just crashed through the wall. Yeah, finding 2 people, forcing out the Zillion R, forcing out a bunch of flashes, and in the end of the day, securing first blood for the Smolder, securing another kill onto the Camille, and securing the Drake, stopping this crucial Drake stacking from the side of SlimOdds. I think Vitagen are in a really comfortable position right now.
It was a bit surprising. They kind of just let Vitagen walk in there, because I feel like they had everyone there, you know, like they were all there. And they just kind of let them walk in instead of like trying to contest for their vision. Because they had like vision, they kind of knew they were there. And they were walking in and they were going to go to Drake, and they just kind of let them instead of like fighting them for their vision, because they have to walk blind, right? So they didn't know where all of SlimOdds was, but SlimOdds could see them. So a bit surprised they just kind of let that go, but not too bad. We'll have to see. Like, I mean, obviously they still have like power spikes coming up on Camille and Shyvana, 2 items, but yeah, the Smolder is gonna be a problem before Soul becomes a question now, which is never a fun time.
I mean, can we take a look at the stacks of the Smolder again? Because like he should be almost there, 188. Yeah, it's like
it's a pretty fast stack actually.
Yeah, it's a fast stack. By the way, I'm not like usually the kind of person to just go ahead and flame item builds, but I think Barmy Cinder into like what I don't know, Sunfire Cape does absolutely nothing for this Xante at this stage of the game.
Not now, no.
I mean,
Not at this stage.
some people rush Sunfire Cape on Cassandra. Okay, wait, he might
Ooh!
be able to insect him. I mean,
Didn't say him. It decided against it, but here comes Dutch. And
now he
Banner's
can just
in.
use his aura onto him. Yeah.
Here it is, and he should be
Should
going
be
down
free,
here to
should be free.
Dutch. Senult as well, Drowsy. They are maybe a little bit too much used, but he's definitely dead.
Yeah, he was
Banrex
definitely
goes
dead.
down.
I mean, he didn't want to use his R beforehand because he wanted to bait out the Camille E and just interrupt it with his own R. At least I assume that was that's what he wanted to do.
I must
Yeah,
say,
but at the
it's
end
a
of the day,
little,
Banrex
it's a little,
just
yeah,
rushed
it's a
him
little
down.
sad. It's so sad seeing 3 kills at, what is it, 20 minutes?
I was like, to be honest, like when we saw the Drake fight and we just had like fighting around the third Drake, and then I saw heard the first blood sound. I was like, oh no, why?
And it's I mean, obviously these are very slow comps. I still feel like something could have happened in the first 20 minutes of the game, but
And I mean, to be fair, I think you can't go ahead and like tell Vitagen they had to play this. Like they have the Smolder in mid, they have Senna, Orin in bot lane, they have Cassandra. Like they are so incredibly fine with the game being the way it
Slow.
is, right? So
I feel like the owners kind of was more on like Fenren linking up with Ginny. I feel like they are the 2 strong points, right?
yes, and Camille probably also might be able to find stuff and should be able to find stuff in this in these kind of games. And that's what I said like in the champs. Like they're playing against Roller, they're playing against Orin. They kind of have the ability to find stuff, but in the way the game is looking, they have to find stuff. They just can't sit back and do nothing, right?
Yeah, you won't outscale the infinitely stacking Senna Smolder or an item. They have so much scaling. I can't even begin to describe how much scaling they have. It's
And I mean, look at it, like 2 items on the Orin, 2 items on the Smolder, already like finished stacking his tier, 2 items on the Cassandra.
yeah, team fighting will be an issue.
Yes, they're in a like 5k, like 4k gold lead. They're in a really comfortable position.
But yeah, we will have to see what they decide to get up to. In the end, we will have like 2 item power spikes, which I mean they will function well for like the Shyvana, Doriana. I'm not sure they don't hit Varus, but I mean probably goes Winsus, I guess. Will also have like a pretty strong point. But yeah, I have a hard time seeing them cut through like all of this meat on Cassante and Ornn.
How is Orin 10 CS per minute, by the way?
That's good at farming.
How did
No
this happen?
cancel on Fenrir here, so Yomi can just walks out, but he has Shyvana ult available. Decides against it. It's 40 minutes or 40 seconds. We're gonna see another Drake fight.
We will see some action finally.
We're gonna
There
see some
will be action again, right?
This is the only place where the teams meet. They always show up and they're like, you come here often? No, only every 5 minutes. Here they are though, and they're all posturing. A little bit of a better position for Vitagen now. Can we just have a check? I think Smolder, yeah, he has reached 2-2-5.
Yeah,
We
he-
can see the circle on his little head.
He's
So he is
got
active.
he's got the stacks.
Yeah, it is a hard fight for SlimOdds, but I don't feel like they want to give this up for free, right? And they do have 2 items on the Shyvana. Don't have 2 items on Ginny yet, so Smolder obviously strong in that department, and also like the Avaris of items are very weak at the moment, so Yomi might be caught out here. He's kind of on the side. He might look for a nice little Ornult to initiate the fight. They're soaring him out this bush. Camille is early. She's already walked down. Baltzar does have TP, which I assume will be coming in right now. There it is.
One problem SlimOdds have, they don't really have a tank. They can't just walk into the river. They also can't. Oh my god, that was like they all walked into the Smolder W.
Why is Ant on the flank?
I mean,
Yeah, I thought Bannerx would fly at him there, but he
flank
didn't.
Senna. You don't know about the flank
Ginny
Senna?
got sounded over the wall. Oh
my god! That was like
me with the
horrible.
huge knockup.
What the
It's
heck?
crazy.
How is
It's
how is
everyone.
he doing this?
Oh, Banrex does go in, will kill Dutch, but does go down to the dragon. It's only the other dragon left against the tiny one, and the tiny one wins because size doesn't matter in League of Legends. And that's a crazy knockout from Yomi, though.
Like, honestly, how does he keep like? How does he keep doing this? Like,
Why is
how
Yomi the best Ornn in the world?
Like, look at this. I mean, they're, to be fair,
Nice
they're doing a
initiation
really
from
good
the
look at
Sound.
this. Oh my god, it's a 4-man.
Oh, man.
4-man.
Oh, man, the shockwave is also huge. I feel like these 2 teams just traded every ult they could to each other, and in the end, the other tankier quote-unquote team just came out on top.
But to be fair, like, Vitagen was able to like they controlled the space really well, right? They postured bot side. They had like the center flank you already mentioned, and the Orange just like pressed Q into the choke point, and yeah, at the end of the day, found 4 people somehow, and now like really looks rough.
Once
for-
again, though, I feel like Balthazar's. I mean, he managed to start the fight by kind of insecting Ginny, I believe, into the Dragon Pit,
Mhm.
which just started the fight nicely because it kind of forced the hand of SlimOdds. They couldn't like look for
Yeah.
their angle anymore, and then Yomi just finds this enormous knock up, and it's just like kind of a done deal, right?
I mean, look at it. Stoosh, like the Varus, the carry Varus, doesn't even have his second item finished, and Jomi has 3 items. I mean, of course, it's a bit cheaper, but still, 3 items on Ornn. Minute
I think the
24.
mod should check Yomi's PC. It's got a last hitting hack somewhere. No, I don't think so. But yeah, it's been doing very well, like very impressive actually. Like just like I say, like almost perfect last hitting or close to it at least. And he's also in like a lane that I would think is technically losing.
I mean, to be fair, I think it doesn't matter if it's a Zillion or not. They should not be able to play the lane as the way they did in the end, right?
I agree.
Like he was 10 CS per minute.
Ooh, Captain might be a bit overextended. Here comes Alefeld. He has the ult ready.
Captain
He's
has
gonna be
flash,
looking
though.
for it. Here comes the big E. TP's gonna come out from from Yomi. Yeah, right. There's the only TP left. Captain is over there.
Yomi's
forgot
everywhere.
Yomi's everywhere actually. The bot laner is TPing to the mid laner. How things have changed. And yeah, they get nothing from trying to get. I mean, I would say the Schwan did like no damage. I was surprised.
Yeah, also the problem is like they kind of have to find the shockwave, otherwise they don't have lockdown, right? It's a Shyvana. The little smaller just flaps away.
Here comes Yomi again with the knockup. He's out. Ginny almost going down, but Seraph's Embrace keeping Ginny alive for now. And they've used a lot of ults on bot side, and both Captain and Yomi are pretty chunked. So
at least they're like limit testing a little bit now, because we had a snooze fest up until like the 2 Drake fights basically.
yeah, I want a lot more blood. I'm not gonna
But
lie. I want a
now
lot more blood.
they are looking for stuff.
I mean, I will also say this. I'm still surprised because this is such an SLE thing, I think, where Dragon's down, which means you have 5 minutes to play for Baron, and both teams just kind of like, nah. Like, no one's been to Baron once.
So
this game.
you just want people to start hitting the Baron, right? So
Not
just-
start hitting the
just-
Baron, but they can
Yeah,
go
of
to that
course.
side. Because if you
Yeah.
take the vision, the other team is kind of forced to walk in and like be like, oh, are you doing Baron? Or are you not doing Baron?
Yeah, and I think many teams also don't realize that if you start hitting Baron, like you can start hitting Baron without having the intention of actually finishing the Baron, right? You just want to start hitting Baron to look for a fight, to look for TPs, and yeah, many teams just think if you start hitting Baron, you absolutely have the idea of going through with it, right?
You signed a contract with Baron if you hit it.
Yes, if you hit it, you
One team will get Baron now.
yes.
I don't
yes.
know if it's my team, if it's enemy team,
But
how we're gonna throw it.
somebody will get
The
Baron.
one team is gonna get Baron. That's the way this is gonna end. There's only one way to end this. But yeah, disregarding Baron, that's just my little rant about Baron, because like the only Baron we've seen this game was when they clean aced it, which is fine, but I would like to see a little bit more posture for it, obviously.
You
We
want
have Dragon in 1 minute. But we love Dragon. We have 2 in the game and 1 on the map.
So, okay, the Ornn already upgraded his own item and 2 other items, level 15 right now. I'm gonna be honest, I don't see how Vitagen should lose this next fight.
That should be possible, unless Yomi walks in here and dies. Hello, Yomi.
I
Okay,
mean,
Fenrir is walking back. Never mind. I mean, they're isolated here, Captain and Yomi, so they could have tried to get a catch, right? They kind of split up, but
the thing is, you have to go for these kind of situations.
you
At this point, you have
like, you
to.
can't just go for the standard 5v5.
Yes,
I don't see
yes,
a way
yes.
they win the normal 5v5.
If the enemy team is behind the Smolder and the Ornn on the bot side, and you lose the game, okay, happens. But you'll have to like look at this damage. Like what was it? 2 Qs, and the Zillion is almost killed.
Here's Battle X! They're 4v5! Send it!
Now, I mean, to be fair.
Oh my god,
okay,
here comes the random Smolder ult
Wait,
out of
what
nowhere.
the
Okay,
hell?
they just fully whiffed, and Baltzar's TPing in.
I think
I don't know
somebody.
why Smolder ult.
Honestly, I think Captain was just yelling "mom" and wanted to go ahead, and, like
That's fair.
go through with it.
Okay. Alafel's ulting is to get the form, trying to find some angle to poke them with E here. Does get some nice ease. Initiation from
Another
Yomi only hits
knock
one
up,
person
it's
this time.
like another knock up,
Silly
right?
Milk goes down onto Yomi. Banrix is trying to dive the backline. Does get slept, but Ant very low. Banrix gets killed from the front line. Balthazar is something. He's just impossible to kill. And this is looking like a clean sweep if Balthazar cleans it out against Douche. Oh my god, Cassant the champion! It's broken.
I mean,
Showmaker would not be happy with this team.
No. Showmaker is not happy about Cassante's existence in general, right? Yeah, but well played by Vitagen. I mean, they kind of like, as you said, easy comp, front to back, posture behind your tanks, and hope for Jomi finding another insane knockup. So just finds the enemy mid laner, it finds the enemy Orianna on his E again, without having to use his R, without having to use flash.
I mean, this is kind of the Balthazar Yomi show almost.
Yes. I mean,
They're just Balthazar literally 1v3 their backline, and Yomi found a decent initiation.
and I think
have Darren.
this is also like kind of sad because like you look at this game and you see like 700 gold shut down on the Smolder, 6-0 in 4 insane CS numbers, but like honestly, Joey did everything this game together with Balthazar, right?
Even as redemption, my god.
He's going full support mode right now.
Just Locket and redemption to keep
I mean,
his Smolder
unironically,
alive.
this is the correct build right here.
It is the correct build, actually, yeah. I agree. I don't hate it at all. I think it kind of makes sense, right? Their game plan is Smolder's gonna play. He has a shield bomb. He has a redemption. He has a Locket. Maybe he'll have a Sonya soon. What do I know? Like, he should be he's so unkillable.
I mean, as a top laner, sometimes you like kind of need to go towards the side waves and find stuff, right? And be able to be able to face an enemy top laner, and sometimes don't have the luxury to go support build, right? If you have to like answer split push and stuff. But especially in these kind of cases, they want to walk as 5 either way. They are able to walk as 5 either way. And they have a strong split push with the Cassandra if they need to, so it's absolutely the correct build to just like completely go full support mode.
He's also always close to his teammates, right? Because he's playing support Ornn or whatever you want to call it, like bot Ornn. So he's never the one to respond to sidelines. You'll have Captain do that if you need him to, or mostly will probably be Balthazar just running around on the side lanes and mopping up waves, I feel like.
How would you call it? Like spawn? No, that's not right. No, never mind. Wait. That's no. That's not right. That's not right.
I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right.
I don't think that's right at all.
Okay,
but
Scorn?
The Scorn?
S'mores? No, I don't know. And here comes Dutch with the massive not sleep button. I thought it was gonna sleep. Here it is. He comes to sleep.
Here it comes.
The initiation.
Okay,
And they
nice.
might even get a kill from it. Jin is being bullied by Cassante.
Okay, that was my favorite moment for the series so far. Dutch flashing into the enemy team.
I think that
Zhonya's
speaks,
instantly,
dude, that
doesn't
speaks
matter.
to the level. That speaks to the level of non-volatility. He did like a peace signal. He flashed Q to show, "I come in peace. I will not sleep."
Yes, but like, yeah.
And he's dying in the base. We have to fight. Go! We have to kill them. No!
Shyvana has no R. She can't fight.
There's
We have
into
to
the
wait.
dragon,
Okay,
the evil dragon, and here comes Mom. Oh my God, it's Mom, and they're
That's
just being
painful.
choked out
It's
of this
painful.
game.
Just drop redemption. I don't even know which redemption. Okay, it's
Oh
Ornn redemption,
my
right? But
God. They're an unstoppable force of nature. They're Protoss from StarCraft 2. They're just walking around like 5 men, and it's over.
I mean, do you remember the Speaker TSM 5-man sweep where he basically flashed Q'd into the whole enemy team, let them sleep, and the whole team of TSM just didn't want to engage afterwards?
I do remember that. That
Dutch
was
did the
impressive.
reverse sweeper basically. He flashed Q'd into 4 people, and instantly Zhonya's without using R, and his team wasn't even able to follow up. Like, that was my favorite moment of this whole series.
I think we're gonna call this series the White Flag series.
The what?
ki-
The White
they-
Flag series, yeah.
They came in peace,
Actually true.
and they left in peace. The only
Yes.
things that were fought were structures and objectives.
And the Ornn Q also was like, Jomi.
I mean, the Ornn Q was. I mean, shout outs to you. To be fair, like if we go really quick, just talk about the MVPs of this game. Like, I mean, Yomi or Balthazar for
Obviously,
this game. as well,
I mean,
like.
Balthazar played amazing as well, but you have to credit Yomi. Like, it was
Yeah, like-
amazing.
Overall MVP, I think we give it to Balthazar because he played well both games. I think it was really
Yes.
solid, like both times. And then for this game, I think definitely Yomi stands out a bit more. That 4-man knockup, the engages, I don't know. It was so easy for his team to play the game the way he set them up. So
I mean,
nice
to
to
be fair,
see.
Jomi also went deathless in the first game, so he also played like a good first game, but still, I think like you can give it to either one of those players. But the second game, Jomi was clear MVP for me.
Does work. Does work. And for the chat, I can say we do not ignore pressing Sonya before R. I'm sorry, I could not do it live on cast. Jungle Kid. However, going beyond that, Twitch Clippers and all that, very well played to Vitagen. Nice 2-0 sweep. I do think SlimOdds still look pretty like better than last split. I will say I will flame both teams. We get an early game. I'm disappointed. There's a lack of early game here. I want kills before 10 minutes last time.
Okay,
I
so
don't care. I don't care if you're playing Senna, Smolder, Smolder, and Smolder, and Smolder 5. I want the kill before 10 minutes.
I want one thing to happen, by the way. So I think I don't know, like I'm not sure who of the mod team like did this call, but like you're able to send in clips, right? If you made some cool plays, you are able to send them in, and somebody from the SLE mod team will like compile it, like make a compilation, right? Or like
Yeah, I think so.
at least I think that's what they want to do with it. Like Jesse,
I
I
do
think.
think so, yeah.
So I want somebody to clip whatever Dutch did in this last team fight, because this has to be in this like end product, whatever it will
So
be.
you start with Yomi's clip, like, wow, Vitagen
Obviously, yeah, it's
are
looking really insane,
turbo,
and
then you clip to the 6th sleep, and it's just,
then you just tune in the like clown music starts, and I mean,
nah, that's crazy. Nah.
I mean, to be
Okay,
fair,
let's lay off that. He played a good game. He played a
yeah,
good
he
save.
played
He
really
had a
well.
bit of a
He
hiccup, but I
played really
mean,
well.
I can't even fault him because there were no kills this series. Like I would have been. It's been like 2 hours of nothing. I feel like it is. I would be so cold, you know. Like my hand. I'd be like, I've been fighting NPCs for almost 2 hours.
Yeah,
We've
I
been
mean,
farming. We've been scaling, baby.
honestly,
I mean, they've been like the stonks meme, you know, like they've just been stonksing it up in the game. They've just been scaling.
honestly, power to Dutch. I think he just wanted stuff to happen, right? And
I
he didn't
respect that.
care. He didn't care. He just maybe it was like a whole bait situation. He just wanted to not press R, so the enemy team thinks he's like press Zonia's flash right into the team. He's just like an easy kill, and the enemy team dogpiles onto him, and like his whole team is able to clean up. But respect, he just wanted stuff to happen at the end of the day. Kind of did not work out the way he probably intended it to be, but still. Okay, yeah, Jesse already answered. Yeah, send it to the SL email so you can use it for the. Let's go. Okay, perfect.
Okay, Clippers go. Clip Yomi's sick 4-man knockup, and I don't know, there are probably some other things I've forgotten, and the Dutch clip, I guess. But yeah, I mean, respect to Dutch, he who threw the first stone, or Dutch who threw the first flash, because he was probably the first person in 2 games who flashed aggressively. So shoutouts for that. I like it. Let's see some action. I respect it. But for this series, MVP goes to, I guess, overall MVP Baltasar. It's going to be him or possibly Yomi, depending on how you want to see it.
I think
And
either one's
we'll
fine.
be moving on, I think, to another series pretty soon. So it's going to be Kash Italy versus BFS in about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, but one thing that is gonna probably be happening, I think we switch casters, right? Because like I think you keep on casting, but as I know, I don't cast the second series.
There will be another
Mm.
caster, yes.
There will
You
be
have
another
been
caster. Yeah.
replaced, Jordi. You've been
I have
demoted.
been replaced. By the way, like Jesse was is yapping in the chat. I don't know what this is about.
Unclear.
You
I don't know what these
you might have a
allegations
better
are.
idea. You might have a better idea about
I
this,
might have
right?
a bit. I don't know. Let me ask you. I already have his number. I don't guess it's about the slander. I already have Jordi's number. That's some slander right there.
That ship I already has said, right?
Exactly. So, anyway, if you want to see Kash Italy versus BFS, tune in about 5-10 minutes, and we will be back after a short break.
'cause I don't wanna be alone. It's been weighing on my mind for too long, too long. Do you wanna save a life? 'Cause I just really need someone. I've been barely holding on, and I'm still running from my demons. I'm still hiding all my secrets, and I just need someone I believe in. Will you wait for me while I'm still healing? You know what to say every time I start to slip away, and I surrender, I surrender. There's no more falling down, I've hit the ground, so I surrender. And I surrender. There's no more falling down, I've hit the ground. You don't owe me anything, but I believe that you can show me all the things that I've been needing. I'm just hoping you give me a reason to go on. And I'm still running from my demons. I'm still hiding all my secrets, and I just need someone I believe in. Will you wait for me while I'm still healing? You know what to say every time I start to slip away, and I surrender, I surrender. There's no more falling down, I've hit the ground, so I surrender. And I surrender. There's no more falling down, I've hit the ground.
Hey, hey, look up at the sky, it's just a starting line. Waltzing through the storm, feel the vibe align. Radiant rebels in the silent fray. In the pulse of dawn, we embrace the day. We find harmony in mayhem, finding our own beat. Eyes ablaze, we're laser focused. Dancing through the storm, we become the light. Against the odds, we'll set a flame in this never-ending fray. Eyes alive in the pulse of dawn, we find find harmony in me. I'm finding around me. Eyes ablaze with laser focus. Dancing through the storm. We become the light. We become the light against all odds. We'll stand and play in this never-ending fray. Eyes alive in the pulse of dawn. We find our beat when the chances take form.
I'll never mistake the way you give me my faith. My body feels safe in your hands. Feel me fully face. I'm light as a fire that I'm letting you escape. The stars still remember they fall to our face. I don't wanna wait. Every single part of me in flames. Tell me how it tastes. Let me be the harmony you crave. I want you to stay, please stay. Venom in my veins, deliverance waits for your hands. I am not afraid. I'm light as a fire that I'm letting you escape. The stars still remember they fall to our face. I don't wanna wait. Every single part of me in flames. Tell me how it tastes. Let me be the harmony you crave.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. Gripping with my cold hands the shapes I used to take, hollow like a strong man, but it's easier to push away. 'Cause it could all end here, where the strings daylight caught in our eyes, and my shadow is stretching out through all the things I left behind. It's in my blood, it's in my veins. Oh, it's in my blood, it's in my veins. Got my heel crushing the snake. There is nothing you can take. In my blood, it's in my veins. I'm still here. Maybe it's a far stretch that I won't come undone, but I will brave the cold edge to finish up what I've begun. 'Cause it could all end here, with the strange daylight caught in our eyes, and my shadow stretching out. Is it all enough this time? I'm still here. All my reasons cut like knives, keep replaying in my mind. All the times I've had to fight, I'm still here. It's in my blood, it's in my veins. I'm still here. Got my heel crushing the
Let's do
Blame it on me. You're just too scared to be lonely. No one's safe from the reaper. Not a saint nor a sinner. Rage under my skin, slowly descending to madness. Let it spread like a virus. Be a friend with the violence. Help, there's blood on my hands. Somebody save me from myself. I'm off of the meds and it might get hideous. Why so serious? Run for your life, cause it might get hideous. Why so serious? Change, can you swear some? Never mind, I forgot where I came from. Like wolves in the darkness, we've adapted to blindness. Fall asleep with the sirens out. There's blood on my hands. Somebody save me from myself.
fucking night of my life, and wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know